right, my friends, we are here. Let us begin. Dustin will be joining us at 9:30. Makes sense, because Ryak is gone. So, our TVs turn back on to our headline. Once again, when last we saw our heroes, the letters zoom past, just like they did last time. And we know to be ready for jump cuts. Lots and lots of jump cuts. Our first scene,
I've got my seatbelt on.
Get your seatbelt on, because here comes some jump cuts. Our first scene, we see the party toast with shots of Tej, and then as the glasses clink, we see the driplets of alcohol slip to the jungle floor in an immediate jump cut. We get a pan shot of the party trekking it through the jungle outskirts. Alexandria is scrounging for nuts and berries to keep the party sustained, to feed the group, as War and Iku are holding the two sides of Samuel's map of Chult as they navigate the party through the rocky terrain. Asteria and Valfine are the last ones we see in this big pan shot, looking over the whole party as they are on point as they scout their surroundings, keeping watch for any dangers along the path. Jump cut number 2 opens up on an establishing shot of the river as we get the scene of the third day. The party's about to step into their canoe before a blast of thunder can be heard rolling across the massive mountains and hills of Chult, and a cool breeze pushes in with it. Jump cutting once again immediately to a shot of the party's hunkered down position between some high cut stones and the canoe itself tied down appropriately as the rain is pouring in on its side at this point. The whistling winds of the storm can be heard all around. We see Valfine's ear perk up as a voice can be heard shouting through the jungle between thunderclaps. Cut to an over-the-shoulder shot from Valfine's perspective as breaking from the jungle line stomps a furious red wizard of Thay, and in the midst of berating his skeleton familiar and 4 hired mercenaries. We see his eyes meet Valfine's. "There, travelers! Kill them, take their food, and I will create a host of skeletons to build a shelter in the blasted storm." We immediately cut to a shot of the fireball explosion, shattering the canoe that was shielding the party. Bodies tossed through the air like rag dolls. Alexandria is immediately face first in the dirt. We hear the badly burned War's battle cry as Valfine and Iku stand to their feet, also badly burned. Healing spells are cast through the chaos as arrows, spells, and dirt fly across the field. The mercenaries charge with a cry of their own, and we see Ryak return from the river just in time to aid her party with her own healing magic. All the while, the storm rages on, never letting up. We cut to a shot of the two forces clashing with each other, steel for steel, spell for spell. We see the red wizard vanish and hear Iku's voice call out, "He's there! I can see him!" We spot the point-blank cone of cold cast directly into Iku. "Witch, taste my strongest spell!" We see Ryak behind her grasping the artifact of her people as a tidal wave of ice pours forth from the jungle past Iku, consuming everything in its path. It hits her and leaves little more than her memory to spare. We cut to a shot of the jungle floor riddled with pocketed ice melting from the jungle storm. The battle is over. We pan over the bodies of the mercenaries and their red wizard patron laid strewn across the storm-soaked jungle floor. And then we pan up to the frozen corpse of Ryak slowly melting under the heat of the rain. Her surviving friends gather in shock and mourning. Iku blames herself. Valfine disconnects as Asteria consoles her. Alexandria experiences guilt, but she does not know if she can truly feel for this person, Ryak. She is the one who must survive. War takes the artifact from Ryak's claw and lowers her to the ground, another lost under his watch. We jump cut to a shot of the jungle pyre that the party has built for their friend as the storm gives some mercy. Chult gives some mercy as it begins to let up, enough for you to catch this fire and send her away. Her feathers burn with the flames and her body is put to rest, but not her soul. Our last scene of last episode comes from another realm entirely, a place of mist and an endless obsidian floor. Lines of souls waiting to be consumed. We see Ryok march along the way, one step at a time, toward a bulbous, horrible, dark figure far in the mist. The meal must continue. And that is where we left off. It's still raining. We're in that night. So or did we get through the night last time?
No. So
No.
From the notes that I've got, we never did our end of the day like consuming of like insect repellent and that stuff. And then we also needed to gather like loot and stuff off the bodies. We were kind of, I think, rushing a little bit at the end there.
Yeah, you got because we were going pretty late.
Yep.
Yeah, it is raining. It's lighter than before. The storm is still it's just passing now as night begins to fall. What do you guys do? You're still on this battlefield. Your friend has been put to rest for the most part. It's getting late. It's getting to those hours where watches have to start beginning. There's some time before though.
Loot the bodies beside it, probably including Ryok.
Get the shiny.
All right, you guys are going.
I'll be right back. I gotta turn on light.
Okay. So we are looting the bodies. Is that everybody? Everybody's kind of just like going in and grabbing what they can. All right. So let me go to the battle map here because this is where it was all left over. I don't believe I moved anything. Oh, I did move stuff. Well, I know what kinds of creatures they were. So let me just get that. So there is an abundance of spears for sure. Oh wait, no, that wasn't the right one. Where is? Let me figure out I want to know exactly what you guys were fighting for. Was it these? Oh yeah.
We're fighting 4 mercenaries.
Yeah, I just need to know what the mercenaries were. The mercenaries have chain shirts. Each of them carries a shield on their back as well. They all have spears, about probably at least 3 to each, as their weapons. And also they have. They have a good amount of coinage on them actually. That would be 33 gold pieces on these guys that they see, and so it's sort of like strewn about a little bit between them. Like some of them are carrying more than others, but you're able to pocket a good amount of change from them if you so wish. The Red Wizard, who's on him?
I'll check out the Red Wizard.
What's that, Kyle?
He pretty much killed me, so.
So, Alexandria, you're searching over this Red Wizard. He has these red tattered robes that look as though like he's definitely been traveling through the jungle, and with these robes were probably he didn't make the best choice of clothing for travel, so they're pretty worn, pretty messed up on the bottom. Like they've been walking through the storm for probably a good part of the day, and the robes are messed up on the bottom for sure. You find on him a wand, a thin black wooden focus that you imagine that he used. He doesn't seem to carry any money on him, and he doesn't have like a coin purse or anything. He has what looks to be a book with him as well. Looks to be a small notebook, and you pull that out and kind of fan it. It's a little soaked and wet, but it looks to be a journal. It is in a language you're not terribly familiar with. You can point out some things, like he has a couple of scribbles in there, a couple of drawings. A couple of words might make sense, but for the most part, he seems to be writing in a different language. And then you find one more thing on this individual of note. The other bits and bobbles, but of note. He carries on his side, sort of wrapped around, tied around a belt, what looks to be like a stone, like a stone tablet, but its center is empty, so it's a full ring, almost like donut shaped, but it's a full ring, and all the way around it are these arcane scribbles. Make an Arcana check for me with Alexandria.
As long as you find his spell book, because I'll want some of those eventually too.
50 Arcana. You are pretty sure that on this this ring, this stone ring that he carries on him with all these symbols, this is his spell book.
Okay. The ring or his journal?
The ring. The stone ring. It was essentially, just imagine like a stone donut with a whole bunch of arcane scribbles on it, and it's tied with a rope to his belt. It was tied to his side, so he could kind of like open it up. Like, he came prepared at least with that, you know. Knew he didn't want his spell book to get ruined in the jungles of Chult. So that is his spell book. I think you can recognize. What level spells do you have access to?
I have access to level 1 spells.
Okay. Then would you, so like, there's nothing you can do with the higher level spells just to save me from having to type in a million spells. Would you be cool with me just sending you the ones that you would be able to use?
Sure.
Cool. Let me just quick grab those. So yeah, you recognize some of them are very powerful, probably too powerful for you to understand in this moment, but you understand a portion of them. Or
What?
Let's see. I'm gonna put them in chat. Those there. Then you let me know when you have access to higher level spells, and you'll be able to read more of that runic spell book.
Cool. I'm going to take full advantage of this, and because I haven't chosen my spells for level 2 yet, I'm going to make them different, because those were totally some of the spells I was about to learn.
So these were totally some of the spells you were about to learn. Oh, really? Wait, I thought you already went level 2.
Well, we just hit level 2.
He just hit level 2, and he would have found this book before he leveled.
But the only thing is, for the wizard, there's actual rules for like copying spells. Like, you have to spend gold and stuff. And I'm actually cool with you if like because you got to pick these spells are all available to you anyway, right?
Yeah.
So
like,
you can also choose to pick new spells and then spend money to learn these if you wanted. Give yourself a little more utility.
But I don't need to spend money. I looted this off this guy's body. No,
you don't. You have to spend money to anytime you copy a spell into your spell book. You do, but like you learn 2 new spells every level, right?
Thereabouts.
Yeah, those ones are free ones, but the copy.
Yeah, to copy it costs. So it actually it might be more utility, because you could get more spells. You could learn 2 spells that aren't here, and then that are on this list, and then spend gold to learn even more spells. Because if you can grab these now if you want, but then they're not quite as worth it, I don't think.
Well, it was just a joke, as in.
Oh, okay.
I was going to take magic missile and shield for my new spells, and they're there. So so now I can choose 2 different spells.
Yeah, you can choose 2 different spells, and then you can spend gold and materials later to plug these in.
Yeah.
I believe it's 50 gold per level of spell. That's in the warlock, or in the wizard stuff. Very cool. Yeah. Awesome. Other than that, among the skeleton, the skeleton familiar that he summoned is in shambles. There's nothing much to offer there. As you are picking the corpses, I think, Alexandria, as you pick up that that circular rune, I think Iku would come up to you and just say, let me take a look at that, will you? It's a Thayan spellbook. You don't know what it could have on it.
I suppose that's fair. I'll
She says,
hand it
please,
over.
please let me see it. And you see her cast a spell on it, and she kind of like holds it out a little bit. And as she finishes casting the spell, she just looks at it. She says, "It's not warded. It's safe." And she gives it to you. Says, "Fans are crafty. They will leave spells on things they wish to keep safe. I'm guessing that his concentration upon it probably fell away, but well, when he died. But it could have still been lingering."
Oh, thank you, EQ. I appreciate it. I will try and remember that if I find any more of these ring totems.
She's like, "The Thaans they're cruel people. I don't like to judge entire countries or races, but I've never met a Thayan that I like."
Me either, as it turns out.
No, I imagine not. Yeah, she seems quite shaken. She actually goes to Valoria. Your name is Zero Lambada in Roll20. Josh.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, can you take it to Valoria just so I'll remember your name.
But I'm not Valoria.
I'm Valoria.
Oh, you're Valoria. God, see, that's why I need to know.
You're
it.
two fucking names.
Two names that I can't remember. Yeah, it's Valfine. Sorry. That's why I needed there. Thank you. Thank you.
The other the...
Okay,
better.
I'm not sure why that reverted. I've cleared my cache a couple times, so it might be.
All good. All good. So yeah, she comes over to you, Valfine, and she's trying to get you to come back to reality. She's trying to get you calm, get you back on your feet for the most part. I think that you concern her a lot because like the way you reacted to that battle is, I mean, it makes sense, but everybody else seems to have been able to weather it for the most part, and she's concerned about you. So I think she comes up to you and is just, "Are you okay? Is everything all right? How are you feeling?"
I'm fine. I'm fine.
She says, "You're fine." She says, "You don't look fine." She'll sort of like look up and down. What does Valfine look like right now? Like what is her demeanor?
Her shoulders are drooping. You know, she's pretty. Just kind of slumped over, I guess, just kind of standing there. She kind of blames herself, I guess. She should have spotted him sooner. Should have thought of other things to. Other things to prevent, or maybe give an advantage in the encounter first. She reads a lot of books, but
yeah, she reads a lot
could
of
have
books.
thought of something from all the books,
Yeah, I think she sees your demeanor, and she's like, I know that it's all very fresh in your mind. It just happened, but we must stay aware. We have to be aware at all times. We don't know if there were more." And she looks at the party. That goes for all of you. This is rough. It is. I am very upset at what just happened, but we have to stay vigilant. We must remake our camp for the night. We have to survive. The storm could pick up at any moment, and she seems like she's just trying to move past this best that she can. Like Riak was just burned an hour ago, and she's just like, we're in the jungle. The jungle is vicious. We have to survive, and if we're going to survive, we have to continue. We have to stay vigilant.
Perhaps we should hide our camp.
Says that's a good idea. We need to take some time and make sure that where we're going to stay is not going to be noticeable. This close to the river, I don't advise. Many will be using it to travel. We should get ourselves some distance.
How high does the river flood in the storm? Does the water level change while we're lying around here, or how high up are we?
I mean, you're higher up because you had to accommodate for your first camp because the river was already flooded at the beginning of this day. So yeah, you've made your way up. The river's probably twice. It's not twice, probably close to 50% bigger than it normally is. Like, it's swelled for sure, and you can see that a lot of the coastline is being dragged with it. So you already made a good distance away. What's up?
I mean, do I need to insight? Is this something that's going to get us if it does it again tomorrow, or? early on?
The river? Yeah,
Yeah.
make a wisdom check.
Yeah.
Survival.
Oh boy. We'll see how that goes.
20.
Good enough.
Yeah, you think that if if it were to rain really hard again, the river might overtake this spot you're in.
I think we should move a little bit further away from the river. I know the sounds would probably mask us, but I have this feeling the rain not letting up we might have some trouble.
She says the night is going to fall soon. We need to use what little bit of daylight that Duke Tao has given us, and we need to make a camp. Which she absolutely suggests. You see the shattered remains of your canoe, all sort of around you. That has been utterly destroyed.
Is it unmendable?
No, it's not unmendable. If you have a mending spell, you could, but you would have to dedicate yourself to this spot for a while, because it's in a lot of different pieces.
Well, if we can recover the pieces, I do have the ability to mend it. It's massive.
Might be good for speed purposes.
Yes.
I mean, I also do, so if we need to trade off Kyle or something, like maybe you do some of it, I do some of it. I don't know. I mean, my perception's pretty good if we need to like search for things or whatever, but
Mine is not, so when it comes to finding the pieces, I will rely on other people.
okay. I mean, I guess we'd have to get everyone to agree, but how long would that take?
It matters on the checks. If it's a group check you're making together, you're taking down the time. For one person, I'd say it'd take. I say it would take about 8 hours, but if all 4 of you are doing it, you could probably collect everything in an hour.
And if we're assisting each other, we get advantage, correct?
I would say if this is a group check, everyone's rolling individually, and the majority of you have to succeed on a DC set by me. Because there's a lot of pieces.
Because otherwise we have to turn around.
Otherwise, you have to turn around.
Or we walk forward slower than before. Yeah.
Iku's also there. She would probably help too. So you could cut the time down possibly even more, depending on the check. More people, the less time it's going to take. I think I counted Iku in for the hour.
I think gathering this and salvaging the boat is probably our best option. Otherwise, we need to go back.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's get that group investigation or perception, your choice. So let me get Iku's character sheet up here.
Just roll anytime.
Just roll anytime. Put it on.
Are we still blessed?
You're not. That lasts for a minute.
Okay. Oh, Jesus!
All right.
Fucking natural one.
Yeah, the natural one, man. Iku.
I could have sworn you were perceptive.
I'm supposed to be. That's the whole point.
Listen,
I like how
the canoe
everyone
was
else used
destroyed.
investigation.
The
I use
canoe was
perception.
destroyed over here. I don't understand why you're across the river.
I don't know. I just thought maybe the fireball blew to pieces.
Guys, I don't know how I got over here.
How did she
Also,
get
How
there?
did you manage that?
There's no red wizards over here.
I floated a little. I don't know.
All right. You guys are able to gather many, many pieces of the ship. There's no way to know if you've gotten every piece. Little tiny ones might be in there, but the mending spell might be able to cover up for some of that and in sort of mending the wood together in the best way it possibly can. But you spend the better part of this hour collecting all of this. The sun is almost completely out of view by now. Your time to set up a camp is a little bit limited. So I would say spending that hour to, yeah, it's good. Spending that hour to collect the pieces. Yeah, you can. I think you can still make a camp. It just might not be able to be as far inland as Ika would want, because she would rather not travel at night. It's not really her shtick. So yeah, you gather the pieces. I imagine you're bundling them on War's back. Is War cool with that? You'd be the only one
Sure.
to carry this kind of thing.
Yep.
And yeah, I would like to find a decent spot to hide in. I would first like a navigation check. And War, are you helping Iku? Are we having Iku make this roll?
Yeah.
To find a spot.
Yep.
All right, you are helping Iku. Iku's survival check with advantage. Oh yeah, she finds a real decent spot. I think I will have one of you. Alex, what is this spot in the jungle like? What does Iku find in the jungle that will help you guys hide?
I'm thinking our spot that we find is a kind of overlarge tree that is mostly fallen over, and then there's the big hollowed out stump that we're all setting up inside of.
Oh, I love it, Alex. That's great. Yeah, you guys are inside this hollowed out stump, this tree that's fallen over. Probably, maybe even more recently, got destroyed by this storm. You can see some of the damage from its recent. But yeah, once you get sort of inside and around it, this hollowed out stump, it looks to be a very decent place to hide. And I think Iku's quite impressed when she says, "What luck! At least we can have some of that." And she looks around. She's like, "I don't think anything's going to be finding us here, and it's well defended." Says, "We'll make camp here for the night." I will leave it up to you. Iku doesn't suggest a fire. It'll help on your stealth checks. Do you guys want a fire?
What's the temperature is obviously pretty humid out.
It's humid. You don't need one.
Yeah. What about light?
Light is a little rough. It's a little hard to see in here. So if something were to happen tonight, people without a source of light, I'm sure people might have some spells or some things, but you'll start off not being able to see very well. Anybody like standing outside on watch will probably get a decent enough view as best as your eyes can adjust.
The Valoria, did your prestidigitation have anything to do with light, or?
I can make lights. I'm good at making light.
Oh, both of you are good at light. Okay. Maybe.
What did Alexandria say?
I can make small lights with prestidigitation, but it's not going to be reliable. Not in combat, anyway.
I don't know how far-reaching, I guess, that was, or how long it lasted. So.
Do one of you use prestidigitation to kind of light some like little tiny lights to like at least get the ambience around? Not so much ambience, but so you can see enough to be able to like lay your pack down, kind of thing.
Oh, I just tap an actual light.
Oh, okay, cool. An actual light spell.
Yeah.
I would say that like before you do that would be quite bright and count like sort of.
Oh well, while we're setting up, I have a light spell.
Oh, while you're setting up.
Click it off.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay. All right, so yeah, you guys are able to like hunker down in this place. I'd like a group stealth check, and if you're not going to have any light, we can have that group stealth check with advantage.
Oh, with advantage, shit.
Yep, with advantage.
All right, I'm just gonna roll twice and then 14.
Rolling raw. It's not great. I'm snoring.
Snoring. Alexandria is loud. Oh no.
It is not dainty.
You're snoring. Did we spend a block of incense or did we apply salve? Or are we applying salve in the morning?
I think we applied salve yesterday or whatever, so...
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
so you guys have been doing salve lately, so those happen in the morning. Who's on... What is our watch number? Like, who goes first, and, like, how do we go down the line? There's 4 of you. Is Iku involved in the watch, or who's... Wasn't it? Yeah, just Alexandria. Last couple times, it was only you who was out in the watch, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Alexandria is snoring. What is the order of that? I'm very curious.
How many we got? We got 4 of us.
Yep, 4 of us.
And 5 including Iku, right?
Yeah.
Do we want someone with higher passive perception for later in the evening, or?
Yeah, that's up to
you
guys.
Changes as it goes
I don't know
on.
if it matters as much. It's gonna be random anyway.
I don't know how metagaming we're getting here.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down. Well, I want to know who's gonna be. Basically, I'm gonna be assigning each of you a number, but I need to know like 1, 2, 3, and 4 what the actual time is, if we can.
Valve can take first watch. It's fine.
Okay, cool. Let me just. I want to get this down so that I know.
She can't really sleep anyway at the moment.
I know these watch orders. Let me get my travel routine.
Between the death and then, across the river looking for the canoe and all that crazy
It's
stuff.
important to have a watch routine. One is Valkyrie. Who's 2? Who's taking 2?
I guess I'll take whatever the darkest shift is.
Okay, 3 is going to be War's taking 2. Asteria's taking 3. And Iku will take 4. Thank you. Very cool. Alright, so each of you goes on your individual watch. Oh, we lost Kyle. I think he's getting his food. It's all good.
Yeah.
Each of you goes on your individual watch outside of this massive broken tree. And your night goes fortunate. Nothing seems to find you within the trunk. You are safe this night. You awaken in the morning to a weather that is going to be randomly determined by a button that I'm going to push now. It is. Oop. Okay. It's rainy outside. You hear the pitter patter of rain as the droplets sort of smack their way across the land. It's a lot lighter. It's a lot nicer. Not quite as vicious as it was last night. Probably even a little bit lighter than it was as the sun went down in your time when you buried Riok. Excuse me. And yeah, you awaken to a morning that is travelable. The jungle has sort of like breathed in, let out its big roar, and then that's kind of like calming down now. It's still a hot day.
Is it the end of the day or the beginning of the day that we apply a salve and stuff?
You guys were applying it in the morning.
I thought we were doing it after.
Were you doing it at night?
Yeah, I thought we were at the end of the day because I've only used 2 so far.
Okay.
And this will be the morning of day 4.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking
then when are we applying that?
I don't think it matters. We just got to be consistent.
Okay, cool. So consistency, I will say the morning, if that's cool with everyone.
Okay,
I
so
believe
Okay.
it's sort of like
Apply another
waking
one.
up, reapplying yourself, because you kind of roll around in your sleep and
Yep.
it like, probably gets off a little bit. So yeah, you reapply. Everyone reapplies their salve. Alexandria was crushed to death by a boulder while you guys slept, so she's under a boulder.
I had a spell for that, but I was sleeping.
Darn it, you didn't get that sneak encounter. None of you noticed. All right. So Iku stretches a little bit, but actually no. I think anybody who awakens can find Iku, since she is the last one. She's the last one on watch for the night. Anybody who first wakes up would find her praying. She is outside of the of your little carved out hollow tree, and she is outside praying in the morning. She's facing she's facing this direction over here, and she is she's praying, and somebody might surprise her easily enough when they wake up and come out to her.
Yeah.
At which point she just who does that? Who wakes up the first of all of you?
Maybe
Probably.
would it be me?
be
She doesn't need to sleep a full night, so.
Oh,
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, you crawl out. She turns. Oh, and she just finished and she sees you. Hello, Falcon. Good morning.
Yeah, come on.
She says, I was just talking to myself. She says, did you sleep well?
As well as I could.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. If you ever have nightmares, let me know. Sometimes those can be important.
No. If I ever wake up in the middle of the night, I have plenty of reading material.
She will step into, I'm assuming that others are waking up, she will step into the trunk to see all of you kind of like rolling up your packs, getting everything ready. She just kind of like pats out her clothes a little bit. So, are we ready for another day?
Yes, except from a player standpoint, we need to figure out what happened with all the loot that we got. Because we we got it, but we didn't talk about distribution.
Yeah,
yep, I got a list of the stuff.
Go ahead and post it in chat real quick.
Yeah.
Because we got to know who grabbed what.
Nobody called what?
Nobody called any loot other than the stone tablet spell book.
Oh, I got the wand too.
Oh, you got the wand too. Okay, cool.
Sorry, I was essentially just taking all these things and putting it in my bag. So.
It would be best with Alexandria anyway. I think. Well, what are you? You're wizard, warlock.
I am a wizard.
A wizard.
I
A
am
wizard.
Are you a wizard? Okay. Delphine's gonna go for the book, probably. I can grab that. How heavy is the journal? Is it in the compendium or?
It's a light journal, but I believe Kyle said that Alexandria was taking all of his stuff. So do you have a
all
journal
of his
too?
stuff. Okay.
Alexandria?
If you show interest in the book, and since I can't read most of it, I wouldn't have an issue handing it over.
I'm fascinated by things with pages. I wouldn't mind.
I'll take a look too, just to see if it's a language I happen to know.
It is for the most. There is actually. We'll roll a history check on the Hysteria with advantage because you got that background. Valoria, you look at it and it's a lot. It's definitely a different. It's in a different language. I think Hysteria. You think if you could spend some time with it, on your rests at night, you could probably figure out most of that, decode that language pretty easily.
Or I could cheat and just use my spell.
Or you could cheat and use your spell.
Cheat and use a spell.
You want to spend a spell slot?
Do you have comprehend language? Is that what that is?
I do have comprehend language.
Nice.
It is a spell slot.
Yeah, but warlock though.
You're a warlock. That's true. But you have to specify if we're taking a short rest. Always.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I will probably do that tomorrow night.
Okay.
So are you taking the journal then?
Oh, you can hold it if you want, but I'll probably look through it tomorrow night and look and see what we have.
There's a few
Okay.
like pictures in there that he's sketched. You see that he sketched what looks like a pillar of sorts, a standing monolith. That looks, in the way that he drew it, was a very large height, and like you can see that he drew like little jungle down in the bottom. It's a very crude sketch. Like, he went pretty quickly with it, but it looks like he drew like a location that he may have seen.
Can I roll a history check to see what that is?
I would say because you're not from this land, your chances would be very, very minimal. But you can. What's your history? What's your bonus to history?
3.
It would be impossible.
Impossible. Okay.
I would say it'd be impossible. Like, just because you're not from here at all. So I mean, you did have that history book of Chult. Go ahead and give it a roll.
Yeah, I mean, she's read a lot of books.
Yeah,
So.
I forgot that you had the book. Let me go ahead and roll. It's not going to be easy. 17. It's not bad. I will say with a 17, you have seen it before, but you can't place you've seen a structure like this before, but you can't really place your name on it. Like, you think like in one of the other books you might even have on you, it might be in there, but you might just spend some time, some downtime to pour through one of these books and figure out where you've seen that this drawing of this obelisk before. Not an obelisk, more like a monolith, like a big stone monolith.
Delphine kind of wrinkles her nose, shrugs, and claps it closed for the map.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to make a mention in the future, like when you guys are resting and you want to say, hey, I want to look through my book to see if I can figure out what that is, that could be something you do at night.
Where would I record the journal? Is this like
In
items
your
I have in the inventory, or
in your inventory, you would put that in your inventory.
how much
It doesn't weigh anything.
Nothing. Good.
Doesn't weigh anything. It's thin.
Excellent.
Bora will hand out 7 gold to everyone, including Iku, and then keeping 5 for... No?
She says, that's okay. Please keep it. It's Thayan gold. I don't want anything to do with it anyway.
Okay. So now I have to redo some math.
So 8 gold to everyone, and 1 person gets an extra.
Okay.
I'll hold on to it for you if you want.
Thank you, Warren.
Yep.
Alright, so everybody grabs how much? 8 gold?
Yep.
Yeah, 1 extra because Iku didn't take any.
Okay. Cool.
Who's taking the extra?
Yeah, you just take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Kyle, Alexandria does need a lot of money because copying spells is expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive. You want to hand it to Alexandria instead?
Yeah, sure.
Go,
I
Alexandria.
only have 5 gold.
Yeah, because he bought the canoe that just blew up.
Oh, man.
Well, we put it back together.
Wait,
We're not done putting it together yet, have we?
no. Did Ryak put like, we didn't talk about Ryak gear either.
Oh yeah, we should probably do that too.
I
We have the
he probably
amulet
would've-
that was there.
I think you would have taken some things off of Ryak for sure before you left her. Things that she had are definitely. I mean, she bought it. This is stuff that you guys would have access to. So let me
Specifically, like, insect repellent stuff, any of the rain catchers, any of the survival gear.
Let me get this character sheet up here. Gotta do this bookkeeping. Gotta get it. All right. God, I wish I could just copy and paste this. Who's ready to write some stuff down?
I got it.
Jacob, my friend, light crossbow.
Or taking notes.
Yep.
20
Notes,
bolts.
Yep.
1 spear.
Yep.
1 dagger. 1 backpack. 15 rations. Her holy symbol. Water skin. Her clothes, I imagine, were burned with her body.
Yep.
Her shield. She had studded leather armor. I don't know if I have a feeling you guys burned that with her body, but you might have taken it off. She had 2 pouches to hold some of the smaller stuff. Only 1 insect salve is marked on his sheet. So 1 insect salve. That's all it's on here. That's all he wrote, and a single bedroll.
So that probably means he has one of the 20 packs.
Yeah, he probably has one of the 20 packs of insect salve.
Don't forget the food.
Yeah, 15 rations.
Yeah, he'd probably have been
No,
around the
please.
18 on the insect salve, so...
I'm talking about the fresh food. 2 drumsticks, 2 chicken wings.
We did roast it.
Wow!
God, that is so brutal.
I mean, it
Are
was frozen
arms more of a
chicken before we
drumstick?
burned it.
It's
Because
not
we have
salted
arms and
food.
wings on him.
It's gonna come to that. You guys are gonna be eating each other.
It's a little
I'm
frozen.
gonna kill every PC that can make food. Die! Die!
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna
I have forgotten how to use my talent. I'm useless, guys.
I'm
Damn.
useless. Leave me alone. Don't hurt me.
Alright, so...
Iku looks visibly nervous. She wants to. She just looks nervous.
Okay.
With the way I'm eyeing up those chicken wings, I don't blame her.
It's, So what are we doing with all this stuff?
Yeah, go ahead and you can post a list of it in the chat again if you want.
Yeah, go
Probably
ahead.
all we really need from Ryak's stuff is we probably want the rations,
Rations
insect repellent.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is our list here. of
An extra
everything.
water skin probably wouldn't be bad.
We're all wearing armor already, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know if his armor would fit anyone else.
Yeah.
He had wing holes.
I spelled shield wrong.
All good.
Yeah. Including, so also the stuff from the other guys, the chain shirts and spears and shields from there. We could essentially put it all in this tree trunk and then leave, and then if on our way back we remember it.
If we even remember what hex it's on,
Yeah.
We should put anything extra in this tree trunk as a in case, but yeah.
Okay.
Just,
I have to mark. I love that because I have to mark on this all this shit. So let me mark on this extra stuff you left behind.
All right.
You bastards.
So we're definitely taking the rations. I can probably just carry this stuff.
What's getting left behind? Tell me that.
I will do that. Hold on. I'm gonna mark the rations and the extra insect salve into my stuff.
These chain shirts, spears, shields. I'm imagining all this is being left behind.
Does anyone need any crossbow or anything?
I have a short bow, not a crossbow, unfortunately. I mean, I could try to fire the bolts, but I don't think it would go very well.
You could easily do it, but I would stick with the bow. I like bows better than crossbows.
Yeah, me too. They're lighter.
Would anyone like a bedroll? Because they forgot to buy one.
I don't know. I didn't buy one, right?
It might be nice you slept on the floor. If you don't have one, you literally slept on the jungle ground.
Yeah. How? Let me check.
Yeah, you can pull it in through the compendium.
And then I'll take the other water skin as well.
It weighs 7. I'll take the bedroll. That should be fine. Yeah.
Jacob, are you making me a list of what's left behind?
Yes.
Thank you, friend. I appreciate you so much. Because I'm like, say you're trying to write it. I'm like, wait, no.
unless anyone else needs the bedroll.
Alright, so I gotta put a note on this single hex. So many things are left in this hex.
Wait, was the little golden eagle thing the holy symbol, or is that something different?
No,
It's something different.
It's something different.
Okay.
That is Ryok's artifact.
Okay.
Oh, I take Ryok's luck like decision coin.
Oh, you take her coin. Okay, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Right.
Hang on! Oh no!
And I'm gonna send this
Delphine
in
is small and feeble.
Discord because it might be easier.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and put it in Discord. I can just copy paste it.
Right, and it might be better formatted. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Not
Thank you,
multiple
Fred.
messages and junk.
This is everything that was left behind. Cool.
I
Got it.
believe so.
Not taking the light crossbow. Interesting. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good. Cool. That is what was there. So I'll save that. Interesting. Very nice. All right. So yeah. What's up?
Small issue.
Yeah.
Delphine is tiny and feeble.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
She's over encumbered if she takes the bedroll. So I'm gonna have to stuff that in your shell or something.
Could somebody carry that for
Yeah.
If somebody can carry that for me.
Please role play this out for me right now. Help me. What does this look like? Who do you approach? Yeah.
As War kind of drops it in her hand, she falls over and is trying to kind of like lift her off the ground. She kind of slings her pack over and slings it over and is trying to shuffle items around on her back, trying to figure out how this goes.
War's just gonna
And,
stare.
So not asking for help right away. She's trying to string it around her back, maybe between the straps of the pack, and it's not quite fitting. She just kind of stumbles backwards a little bit.
War, do you catch her?
Yeah. And like catch the bedroll on the back and then just lift it off.
She kind of looks up at War. And,
I got it.
thanks.
Like, It's always good to travel with someone who's strong. Thank you, Ward. You've done a lot.
Yes.
Well, I mean, at least you can carry my bedroll since you're not carrying the canoe anymore. Oh wait, you are.
Speaking of
You are
which,
carrying the canoe. The pieces of canoe.
She says, "Are we going to put this back together?"
I think we should try.
How long would that take again? You said it was 8 hours or something. What time is it right now?
That was to gather the pieces.
Oh, to gather
there's
pieces.
2 people with mending spells. You could easily get it done, expending those mending spells between the 2 of you. I would say probably within the hour, easily enough.
I think only Kyle has mending.
I have mending also. Yes. I have 1 cantrip because I am high elf.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So we tag team in this, Alexandria.
Let's do this shit.
Let's do it.
All right, yeah, you guys spend the better part of this hour mending back together the many pieces of your broken, of your shattered canoe. As you do, oh yeah, I already rolled on the weather. Let me get my traveling routine up here just to have it. Cool. Yeah, you're able to mend it together, and get most of your mending spells are able. Since both of you have one, this is excellent. Because with one, it would have been a much larger task. You're able to fill in most of the holes the best you can, and I think by the time you're done, War tests the sturdiness a little bit, kind of like grabbing the sides and like I imagine just kind of like giving it a little bit of pressure, and it feels pretty good. It feels pretty put together. Their magic combined definitely worked. Probably better than you thought it. It looks almost
nice.
brand new. A lot of the painting, though, that was on there originally, because I think Alexandria described that. A lot of that painting is not in any way the way it was originally. That painting is very much like it didn't stay on the wood. It doesn't mend the paint back in to the wood, so it's a bit bald in places.
Well, what do you guys think?
Yeah, Alexandria and Valfine kind of holding it up together. There's got to be a little bit of pride in that.
War's kind of wide-eyed, and he's like, "That's amazing."
We've been casting mending for so long.
Yeah, like your fingers are numb. I think your fingers are numb because you've been casting it like literally every 6 seconds, like casting a spell. So your fingers are numb for having that magic pulse through it.
Can I mend my fingers?
They're just tired. They're just tired. Like as if they've fallen asleep probably a half hour ago and they stayed asleep while you're using the spells. Iku will look and she'll say, "Wow." She says, "It's like it's brand new." And then she puts her hand on it. It's like nothing ever happened. And she just kind of like stares at it for a moment. She seems affected.
War walks up and points and says, "The scars remain."
Says, "Yes, the scars always remain."
Oh, really? You just noticed that?
What?
Oh, thank God he said something, or I would have missed it completely.
I think you did a very good job, Alexander. And Valfine, both of you. The canoe looks great.
No, it's not painted correctly. We might as well destroy it.
I like it the way it is. It is a memory, one that I plan to hold with me for a very long time.
Don't blame yourself too much.
She says, "I can't help it. It's in my nature." She says, "Come, we must return to the river. We must get moving this day. I don't want to lose more time. We need to get you to Orlanga."
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Is there any other conversations that happen before we start our traveling routine, just before we begin, between characters or NPCs?
Sure. War wants to talk to Iku a bit.
Yeah.
He says, yesterday you saw him when he was invisible. How did you do that?
Says, that's right. I did say I saw him. I have a gift. One I've had for a long time. I'm able to see a lot of things that not everyone can see. I was gifted true sight from my father.
Was your father some special thing? How did he gift this?
I did not know my father. Unfortunately, he left when I was young. And she, as this is like all conversation as you guys head towards the river, and she says, he was very powerful. I don't know exactly what he was, but he gave me this gift before he left, and many others.
Interesting.
Many others.
She smiles and she says, "Yes, Valfing. Does that scare you?"
Valfing kind of raises her eyebrow. It doesn't scare me necessarily.
I've seen the way you've all looked at me, especially you. You're right to be cautious. Magic users can be many different things.
Well, we saw plenty of that yesterday.
Yes, we did. They can be very dangerous. You're right to have caution.
And if you're powerful enough to go toe-to-toe with a red wizard in a tropical storm in the middle of a jungle, forgive me for being slightly skeptical.
I was going toe-to-toe with him, too. Just fine.
She says, we all contributed. My gifts were... I was glad I had them, or else it could have been worse. She says, I will never use them to harm any of you. I hope that you trust that that is at least the truth.
Know that I'm not ungrateful for yesterday.
She says, well, she thinks for a moment and she says, all right. She says, I think that we need to get to the river. We need to get there, we need to get moving.
In the background.
What's up?
As that conversation's happening.
Yeah.
Valoria is totally going to tease Asteria. Because she said I was going toe-to-toe with the Red Wizard. She's going to say, more like toe to heel because I saw your ass plenty during that fight.
What does the steer? Does the steer say anything? I can see that.
They were tactical retreats. Tactical.
Listen, I plan to employ that maneuver many times on this adventure. I will never fault you for it.
And
but I will
the final
point out-
blow was with me standing next to him.
Yes, it was. Toe to toe. All right. So, our day begins. Our travel through the jungle. You reach the river. You're able to get the canoe. What's up, Or? You're about to say something.
We should also try to message Samuel again and actually give him the information. Yesterday proved that we could die at any time.
Who has the stone? Is it
I
Alexandria?
whip out the stone.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Whip out the stone.
All right.
And I look to War. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the necessary somatic or verbal motions necessary for it to activate, and I'm just gonna hold it right in his face.
All right, or what do you say?
The city is pre-Omnian capital of Chult, Omu.
All right. You send that message through. Alexandria, make a Arcana check.
Working on it.
Come on, Alexander, do it.
Oh, whoops.
Well,
Okay.
out of the 12, it had 3 charges today, and that was its. So you have 2 more.
Oh, I get to know the charges? Okay.
You do because of that check, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So there's 2 more right now. That's today.
Looks like it's a daily thing since you had 2 left yesterday too.
He used 2 of them. He had 1 left yesterday. One was to send there's a partial message. I think the second message was literally one word.
Yeah.
Forget what it was. I think he just called
Luckily, it's a daily recharge though. That's good for us.
Yeah. Excellent. So let's start on our traveling routine. You guys are hopping up in this boat. We're gonna be rolling on the boat chart if bad things happen. So we're applying daily spells now. Set prepared spells upon waking. So we're doing it now. If I want to make sure, because people who have spells or spell lists and they need to prepare them, I think just Alexandria. Just make sure that the spells you have prepared today are the ones you want prepared. Is that the case?
It is not.
You move them around a little bit, and just tell me what ones you're turning on and turning off. I'd love to know.
Me too.
Do you have your spell list?
Yeah, between eating and the roleplay, I haven't actually had the time to take my new spells yet, so I'm working on that.
Yeah, go ahead and work on that. I definitely want to get those applied. Any other? Yeah, I don't think anybody else has any spell. Asteria, did you have any spells that you needed prepped today? I think you get most of yours, right?
I just get all of mine.
You get all of yours. Was there anything you wanted to cast? Like this is the time to cast anything that lasts all day. So if you have a magic weapon actually magic weapon might just be an hour, but
I did pick up Holy Rebuke because I'm totally not getting Hellish Rebuke.
okay, sweet. Holy Rebuke. Nice. Oh, that's good. That's good. Cool. Kyle, when you get those spells that you want for the day, I'd like them locked in before an encounter possibly happens. That way they're not chosen playing on encounters.
All right.
Ooh, I gotta get the marching order out. I put away the canoe marching order. Fool! I didn't think that my players would rebuild their canoe. Let me see here. Canoe encounter. Okay, there we go.
After you viciously destroyed that canoe.
Yes.
I viciously smashed. I was like, they don't need this canoe anymore, and bastards. All right, cool. This is our boat. This is us on the river. So let's place ourselves how we want on this boat. Iku will be in front since she's not here.
Front.
We're heading south.
Okay. War should
before
be near the back, if not in the back.
People might have to move up if War's waiting to.
Totally have the back.
So while we're preparing for this, I'm going to walk around to everybody, and I'm going to say, "Do you feel generous? Would you like to invest in the group's chances of survival by giving me a small stipend of gold so I can transfer spells to my spell book?"
You need to go buy the inks though.
Yeah.
The problem is you actually have to purchase the inks unless you have them already.
Well, I have ink, but I just
Yeah,
it said special ink, so I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, does it say special ink? Oh,
Well, in the book, it's just like you have
okay.
to.
So the way I'm gonna do that is you will take the amount that ink costs. I think it's 1 gold out of that 50 gold total. And 50 gold is more this is more game rather than roleplay. So you would just expend that use of the ink, take out whatever cost that ink is from the 50 gold, and then spend the 50 gold basically. So if you have an ink bottle on you, I say that's enough. You just expend it. You use it.
Do you have a quill? Is there a special writing utensil you need for it, or?
Do you have a quill, Alexander?
I should have a quill.
I have a
got
few.
things specifically for this.
I also have
cool.
one.
Perfect. Yeah.
I also have a pen.
Yep. Ink, pen, parchment.
I have 5.
I also have a scroll case to store those things in so they don't get wet.
We also have Riak feathers.
You do have Riak feathers? Oh, are you going to use a Riak feather?
Endless quills.
I did not know Riak well enough to care about making use of Riak's quills. So
That's
I'm
harsh.
going to add bird feathers.
Bird feathers. Riak's feathers.
How
Everybody
much?
What's up?
How many usable bird feathers? would
3.
say?
You can have 3. Anybody who was marking that, you can have 3 quills. Essentially, they are Riak's quills. So that is literally your friend Riak.
And when one of us humans dies, we'll have skin for parchment.
Whoa, okay, that's gonna take a little bit of time to rip the skin off of someone, and it's kind of insane.
Depends on what kills them.
Oh,
It might be
don't worry.
re-ripped off.
It sounds like you're gonna purposely fail for it, Shax? Is that what's going on?
I am going to take the level 1 flensing spell.
It sounds like a joke, but the lizard folk that I lived with actually did these things.
Oh my god.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry. Oh well.
Alright. So, about that donation. I need 49 gold.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Guys, I
I
really
left most of my gold back in the bank, unfortunately, but I can probably donate some.
Okay, actually, wait. I have 12. So I need 37 gold.
I can donate 10 gold to the cause.
Valfane kind of turns away from Alexandria and slides 1 gold piece across the boat
just one.
toward you.
Every little bit counts.
A little bit counts. Yes,
I-
that's so good.
I gotta buy some books, you know.
Yeah.
Iku, how generous are you feeling?
She says, I don't. I actually gave all my money away at the Temple of Joaquin. I'm sorry.
You know what? I'm just gonna give that 10 gold back to Wisteria and the 1 gold back to Valkyrie. You know what? I think after my performance today, I will raise this issue again and see if anybody else.
Our performance.
Yes, my performance. And then I'm going to wave my hands.
Our performance.
Well,
my performance.
So we're worrying about his performance to see if he is worthy of 50 gold.
Go ahead, Alexander.
Can I finish? I wave my hands and I say, Curioso. And the water around the canoe calms itself so that we can quickly and rapidly move through it.
Yeah, heck yeah. All right, that's awesome. I think I'll give an automatic speed to that. I'll give the extra hex for that. If you're concentrating that, just know that that's the thing you're doing today. You're not gathering food for people.
Well,
that's your travel action.
Because I gather food when we take breaks on land, I won't be needing to cast the spell anymore.
You get 1. You get 1 travel action.
Everybody gets 1.
I'm a multifaceted wizard.
I know.
Oh.
Everybody gets 1 travel action. So if you want to do that, I love it. I will automatically give you guys that hex. I won't roll for it. You'll get 3 hexes and move extra fast. But
Are you using Prestigation to do that?
No, I'm using shape water.
Oh, I don't have that.
Okay.
I like that. If you're going to commit to that, commit to making the boat go fast, then I would say that it's just the one.
I don't know. It sounds like I'm being punished for my ingenuity. Maybe I'll just take magic missile.
You're good. Hey, if you took it, you took it.
I'm just teasing.
You meanie. All right. Do you have your spells locked in? Can you tell me what they are? I'm just curious. Or just what ones you have prepped for the day?
They aren't any different. The spells I took are a cantrip and a ritual. So,
I'm gonna run AFK real quick. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Honestly, I'd be okay with going, since we have all of React's rations. I'd be okay going off of rations for a couple days to drop some weight.
We can for sure. React had a lot of rations.
Yeah, I have 35 myself at the moment because of that, so I would just handing them out.
Well, I have further good news. I also took Tensor's floating disc as a ritual, so we will be able to ease your burden when we are on land.
I like that spell.
That's a good spell.
So we could have brought the crossbow.
Very cool.
You need a crossbow?
No.
It did not sound like anyone needed it. I can't use it.
I don't use weapons.
I'm just gonna take a real quick. Cool. Oh, nice. I like it. All right, cool. Then we're good to go. Then I think we're good to travel. Josh, have you returned?
I think he is still gone.
I think he's still AFK. All right, I think we're gonna start going then, and he should be able to return in time. So is this the marching order you guys want?
That means I'm steering the boat then?
Yep. Is this the marching order you guys want? Is this what you want to be in the boat? I just want to make sure everybody's where they want to be at the start of any possible encounters.
This works for me.
It works for me too. I'm right in the center.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Trying not to throw up.
Iku in the front. All right, cool. Let's head back over to the player's map of Chult as we go through this day of travel, and we will move 3 hexes. Let's hope we don't get lost.
Is it 3?
Yeah, you normally move 2, and then you get a 3rd hex on a fast pace, which I usually roll for a d4 to see if it happens. But if Alexandria is committing to, so we're assigning roles right now. We're making sure everyone's assigned their roles. So if Alexandra's committed to making the water clear out of the way and concentrating the spell for your entire travel day, then that works. Then that would automatically give you the 3rd hex.
Nice.
Which is sweet.
And then with the vehicle thing, we don't take the negatives for taking a fast pace, right?
No negatives for the fast pace. You can keep the same checks. So I need to know roles in the boat. Who's helping with navigation? Since you're literally, I imagine you're the one paddling this boat. You can still be helping Iku. Iku's in the front trying to point out ways to go.
Yep.
So I think we can still make that navigation check.
Alrighty.
Which is cool. I won't roll it yet. What's everybody else's action? Because Alexandria has probably the most tasking. Well, next to people actually rowing the boat, Alexandria has a pretty tasking job. But for others like Asteria and Valfine, you could like keep an eye out. You could both be on point again if you wanted for perception.
Honestly, no one would even need to row the boat. I can change the course of the water. So, literally, we have a motor. And it's
Assyria gets seasick, so trying not to throw up.
But we're not moving that fast.
But if you're shaping the water and I'm doing the thing, we go extra fast.
Yes, 4 hexes even.
No, not 4. 3. Him doing it and you at the same time, that's 3. But he's contributing towards navigation, so I think it makes sense to have him rowing. It's just there's not a lot of resistance to the river. Yeah. It's a sluggish river as it is, but you're kind of like pushing the current for you guys to go fast. I love that scene. And War's done the navigation help in the past, so you seem pretty solid with it. So, Asteria, what would your travel role be here? what would you be doing during it? You can do like a downtime activity if you're not doing anything else, or you can try to keep an eye out for things. Nobody's keeping perception checks or scouting for possible danger.
Literally, will try to keep an eye out, but I chose my flaw as she gets seasick. Boats make me seasick.
Oh, so you would think disadvantage?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll still give you the ability to do a help action towards Valfine, because I know Valfine is going to be the one rolling navigation, or sorry, for the site. Josh, are you back yet, bud?
Yeah, sorry. I was bringing
good.
groceries in for my elderly grandparents.
All good. So we're on the boat. We're choosing travel routine roles, if you haven't seen already.
Okay.
War and Iku are navigating. War has the
paddle.
What is the paddle? And Iku's in the front, kind of to point things out. Alexandria is committing her travel task to using her spell Shape Water to sort of move the water out of the way and get the current flowing in your guys' direction. So she will. That's her travel action, and that will automatically give you guys that speed hex, that extra third hex. I won't roll for it.
Okay, good.
Which is great. And then Asteria is seasick, so she has disadvantage, but she can still use the help action to help you scout the coast.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with scouting if everyone's okay with that still.
That way, because if you roll high enough, like this is to help the party not mechanically, you not be surprised.
Yeah, I think
It puts you on even ground with things that could happen. So yeah, go ahead and
still don't need mapping, right? Yeah.
Nope, not yet. So go ahead. So let's get those rolls out of the way. Then, our travel pace we already decided is fast, and let's roll this navigation roll. And then I'm gonna ask for You can go ahead and roll the perception check with advantage, Valfine.
Oh, with advantage. Okay.
Yep, because Asteria's helping you. She's sick, but she can still help you. So advantage to keep an eye out. Nice. All right, pace. Oh yeah, you don't suffer anything from the thing, so cool. No -5 to that. Where are we? Yeah. This is where we are here. All right. Cool. So we got that roll. We got our perception. We got this. Now it's time for encounter rolls. 3 hexes. You guys wanting to go?
Yeah.
So let's just do 1 hex for every part of the day. Your afternoon, your morning, your afternoon, your night. So let's do this first hex here. You guys are cool with that?
Yep.
And I think that's your only option.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's get those counter rolls. We are on normal.
Everyone cross your fingers. Yes.
Here we go.
Excellent. What's discussion like on this? Is there any discussion during the travel between you, Alexandria? Can you describe to me a little bit of what this spell looks like that you're like? You described what it's doing to the water, but what's it look like with her casting this spell this whole time? Like this isn't a spell the party's seen. Is her hands in the water?
I imagine she dips her hand in the water when she casts the somatic, or sorry, not the somatic. Does it need somatic? Let's find out. Yes. It just needs somatic, so she puts her hand in the water and does the hand signs, which causes the change in the current. But she can also gather other control over this element while the spell is active. So she is taking it upon herself to cool the water around the canoe to the point where a fine mist of condensation forms because of the temperature difference. Enough so that perhaps we are shrouded in a cool mist, which keeps it at a very nice and comfortable 69 degrees while we're traveling.
I think if you get a little bit of cool breeze, for sure. At least I'll allow that just for
magic number.
Actually, so like, you're trying to get like an extra like sensory effect out of this. I'm okay with that, honestly.
Well, I'm not trying. I literally can do it. I can freeze the water, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I can.
Yeah, you get a couple. How many of those can you do at once?
It doesn't say there's a limit to what I can do. Here,
2.
let me just post it.
Yeah.
Oh, it says 2.
Yep. You can do.
So yeah, you can do both of those
non-instant effects at the same time. Any instant ones you can do whenever.
Oh yeah, no more than 2. Yeah, so that's 2 right there. Change the temperature and the current.
Nice. Very cool. All right. So, everybody else, is there anything of note happening in the boat today? Any conversation? Or is everybody just really focused on their task at hand? I just want to know if there's any conversation happening, because there's plenty of open time, like awkward moments of silence for sure.
Thing is, War's kind of concentrating on steering the boat, not tipping it over, and avoiding rocks in the river if there are any.
Oh yeah, river.
I would like to keep my hand out of the water to avoid that giant crocodile.
I was going to say, are we supposed to roll that in the GM chat?
What's up?
Is that a GM roll or is that a general roll? Because I can see it.
Basically what happens is, as you guys are about to have like a nice conversation between each other, I think you look down in the water, Valfine, and you see what seems to be a dark shadow make its way underneath the boat. And I think who do you tap on the shoulder? You're on either side of War's behind you, and Asteria's in front of you. What do? You see this massive dark shape come under, and it's aquatic. It's something, and it's starting to rise. What do you do immediately?
Valfine kind of scrambles toward the back of the canoe and flicks Alexandria on the ear. It says, "Get your hands out of the water right now."
I was one of the role players, Captain Hook.
Make an insight check for me, Alex, or Valfine. Just make a quick insight check.
You mean Valorian?
I know, I said Valfine.
Okay, I did. You did this time. I'm picking it.
I did. No,
insight, you said? Insight?
Insight, yeah. It was
Insight.
an insight.
Okay. Normal, not advantage.
Yeah, just normal.
Where is it? Here it is. I keep losing the character sheet. I think it popped out or something.
Before you flick her ear. Okay.
Hey-o!
That's not what the situation calls for. This situation calls for immediate warning. You need to yell at everybody that shit's about to go down, because this thing is surfacing right under the boat.
Oh my god.
Like, you need, like, that like, you have insight, like, this is dangerous. This thing's coming after you.
Everyone, you need to look down right now. We're in some serious shit.
All right. Now my question is, because of her insight and her quick thinking, does that give me enough time to react and freeze 5 feet of water below the canoe?
It was natural 20, right?
So I will, because this is happening right now, I will give everyone an action that isn't, like I said before in the chat, something that doesn't actually affect, as long as it doesn't directly affect an enemy creature. So yeah, you could freeze the water. That's something that you could do. Absolutely. But everybody can do something, since you're not surprised, everybody can do something quick that doesn't involve moving, like basically drawing weapons is good, casting like a mage armor spell is good, a spell, like a utility spell that doesn't directly affect a creature, an enemy of yours.
I'm going to knock an arrow. Knocking an arrow right now.
You have your weapon drawn. Anybody else? Yeah, let's go down. So that's Valfine. Alexandria, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay, you're going with the Mage Armor instead of the ice?
Yeah.
This thing's huge. This
that's fine.
Massive. Like, I think you know that your 5 feet of frozen water is not going to stop it.
It's not going to do shit.
All right. So,
It's like an ice cube to him.
Asteria, any action that doesn't affect this creature. That doesn't affect movement either.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay, War, anything? We want to take your weapon down? What do you want?
Yeah, because I also am in control of the boat. How does like boat movement work during combat for this, or does
during combat? So here's the thing with the boat movement. You will have to actually actively make checks to steer the boat.
Okay.
Like it will be your action, and you can move. It can go, I believe it can go 60 feet. So you can actually move it, but you have to use your action to do so. And right now there is a giant crocodile like literally coming right up from under it.
Yep.
So there might be some difficulties with that check to steer it.
Yep.
So that is something you can do, but it's becoming a zoom in feature. It's difficult because we've zoomed in.
Yep. All right. So I guess for now, he's gonna put the paddle down and grab his shield and battle axe in front of him.
Yep. Yeah. Sweet. No, you got those. Yeah, the shield is the action for sure. So you have those out and ready. You guys aren't surprised, thank God, because this thing tries to surprise you. And good. Thank God for Asteria and Valfine's eyes. Let's get initiative on here. Make sure you're clicked on your token and make sure you're pressing your token button. Wow. I can't believe you rolled that. All right.
Does he get an initiative if you roll a 0?
No, he gets it. He's just -1. He's just literally going last. This big sluggish. So I'm missing one person on here.
Oh shit! Which one is initiative? Is it the
click your token and then top left.
Top left button. Yep.
Top. Oh, okay.
Yeah, click your token and you got a button in the top left.
I always forget that. Is there a way to move that widget, or is it always top left?
It's always top left. Sorry.
I have like a oh fuck.
It's all good. You still go before the crocodile. So this
I see that.
Lazy, fat, huge fucking crocodile just comes up out of the water and just lets out this horrible croc bellow from the back of its throat. You can smell its horrible breath, its stench from the back, and it's almost as if like the boat kind of like I think just because this guy is just big and lazy and huge, he just kind of like out of the water, just kind of like looking at all of you and trying to like put it like he looks like he wants to like try to topple the boat, but he's moving so slow with 0 initiative, so he's just this big but this thing is huge, and it kind of like a wave starts to come up from the water and I think pushes back the boat to about there, just pushes the boat back probably a distance, just as he just and just is in your way. Valoria, you're the first to go. What would you like to do? Sasha Alexandria.
So, if I control the water, can I make difficult terrain for him?
If it says that there is if it says that's an effect on your spell, so let me see here. Does it say that?
It isn't an effect on the thing, but I'm curious because if it's trying to swim through water that's literally going in the opposite direction.
Unfortunately, if the spell doesn't specify it, then no. It would be so cool. I think there is a better water shaping spell that does that, like an actual one that's not a cantrip that will do that. Because I believe Elemental Evil came with tons of sweet water spells. I like the idea though; it's great. But this, I wanna stick to spell powers.
Well,
could use it to make it the water opaque though, so if it goes underwater, it can't see where it's going.
Ooh, that's true. But how much space? Just 5 feet.
Just a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, you don't know if that'd affect him. He's too big.
Well,
he's huge.
Then I know exactly what I must do. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Okay.
Also, your camera's off?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know exactly what I must do. Oh, I still have bless on.
Hey.
Alright, yeah, so no bless. You want to turn the bless
20.
off. So that does hit. Go ahead and roll the damage for that.
Ah, get frosty. Why am I here?
Yeah, it just kind of goes over its hide and ices over a piece of it and just shakes it off a little bit.
Ah, suck your reduced movement speed, silly fiend.
I'll note I didn't get to roll for this creature's behavior because the encounter itself specifies the behavior. So It is not happy. It is a predator. It wants food. Well, yeah. This spray of frost goes across its back, seemingly to do nothing. That's your action, Valoria. Would you like to do anything else? You could jump in the water.
I do that.
Do you jump in the water?
Yes, I will swim to safety.
All right. You have movement. It's half movement through the. Okay. Okay.
No. I hold my position.
Okay, War, it's your turn.
I think War is going to lean super far forward, take his left hand that has the shield on it, and drag it backwards in the water, using it kind of as a paddle to try to move the boat over. It would be the right side of our screen.
Oh, you want to make it sideways?
Yeah. So it would. Yeah, it would start moving that direction and turning that way.
Yeah, give me a navigation check, which is technically, I believe navigation's under wisdom, correct? Wisdom survival?
There's no
navigation check per se.
Yeah.
But you are operating a waterborne vehicle. Do you have anything for that?
I don't think so.
Just make a survival check. I would think just a straight survival check to be able to get this to turn.
Oh.
We're 5. Yeah, you go to put the paddle in the water, and I think just with the way this thing sort of rose out of the water, it's difficult. You're able to. You wanted to turn it on its side. I don't want to mess with this, because if I make this thing go. If I make this thing go like
it might be hard.
It looks so weird.
Yeah.
All of your stuff changes. So I think what it does do is it'll just begin floating in this direction, floating back naturally from the wave that this giant crocodile caused. You're unable to keep control of it in the moment with the current changing.
Especially using a shield instead of a paddle.
Using a shield instead of a paddle is a big issue too. So yeah, that might be the reason for the 5. Okay, anything else that you'd like to do?
Nope.
All right, cool. That would be Asteria.
Asteria will, I guess, say, no, you don't cast spells like that. You cast them like this. And then I'm going to hex the guy.
All right, yeah, go for it. That's a bonus action spell. Go ahead and spend the spell slot. He's hexed.
And then shoot him with my new and improved Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, okay, new and improved. Let's see it. That definitely hits the 18. Because first number is the one that goes. That's all good. Go ahead and give me the damage. 6. Is that plus anything?
I read my pluses to it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, your Eldritch Blast soars out. It's like light flavored, right?
Oh, so plus the hex.
Oh, plus the hex. Nice. Yeah. I think.
Yeah, mine is light flavored.
Light flavored. Yeah, I think that arc of light shoots across and kind of connects with your hex spell and makes a blast that seems to wound the creature. And you see it just writhe really quickly. And you can just see the strength of this creature as waves kind of pour up from it as it writhes from the attack. That's your action. Bonus action. Staying where you are, or jumping out of the boat.
I'm staying where I am. I don't want to be in the water.
All right, it's Iku's turn, and Iku is going to. I think she's going to. Oh, she would have already blessed everyone at the beginning because that's her action at the very beginning before the fight happens. So everybody did grab a bless.
Oh shit!
If you didn't already.
Oh, and Dex saves, by the way.
Dex saves. Oh, for him. Cool. Excellent, thank you. So on her turn, she is going to charge a spell in her hand to follow the light spell from Asteria and cast her own form of that. And she will use, I believe, Guiding Bolt. Cool. That does hit. 19
nice.
to hit. So the next attack roll made against the target before the
Has
end of
advantage.
the next turn has advantage thanks to the mystical dim light glittering on the target until then. All right, another blast of light hits this creature and it's utterly aggravated. You see the light burning, searing wounds into this thing. It does not look happy at all. Valthine, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna knock an arrow, and I'm
right.
going to fire from my short bow.
With advantage.
With advantage, it's right.
Pull the arrow back. Okay, yeah, that hits. Go ahead and give me damage.
Ah.
Nice. 4 piercing damage. All right. Make sure that's rolling. Yeah, 2 and 2. All right, 4 piercing damage to the creature. An arrow thunks into its hide. Any movement on your turn? Staying where you are?
Don't really have a choice, so yes.
All right, Giant Croc's going for the boat. He is going for the boat. He's going to try to flip it over. So he is going to get right under the boat, diving under the water. He has 50-foot move speed, so let me make sure.
50 feet?
50 feet underwater, yeah. He goes right under the boat, and he's going to make a strength check to try and lift this boat out of the water, try to toss all y'all. And he has to make a check, and you have to make a save if he succeeds. Oh, he succeeds. Everybody make a dex saving throw.
So I think I get advantage on those for danger sense now?
Yeah, this is danger sense. You get advantage on those for sure. Everyone make a dex saving throw with the bless.
God damn it.
Dang.
Every time! Every time!
Whew.
Alright.
Glad I had advantage.
Alright, I believe this is all 4 of you, and then Iku has to make her own dex saving throw. Iku. Alright, she just gets that. Alright, anybody who rolled under a 15 is knocked out of the boat. So I believe that's Alexandria, Iku, and Valthine. So put yourself out of the boat. The boat has been tousled around, pushed up in the water, lifted out of the water, out of the river, and tousled back down. Some of you were just thrown from it, and it manages, because some of you did save, it manages to stay atop, afloat. But go ahead and put yourself 5 feet in the water. Anybody who's in, put yourself in that water, and you are in the river, and yeah, you can feel that current pushing you back. I'm actually going to move us all forward, if that's okay. I want room for if
Room for activities.
for us to push back. Yeah, room for activities for us to push back. I just want to keep us centered for the most part. It is so you move half movement in the water if you don't have swim speed. So that is its full action. It will forego doing its vicious multi-attacks. So it'll just flip the boat and get you guys up in the water. To get back in the water, it's a strength. To get back in the boat, it's a strength check and an action. Valoria, you are plunged. We see this scene of like the water, like the shot from under the water as we see the bodies plunge into the river.
Well, this is a heads up. I did turn my camera back on, so if it's not showing up, you'll need to.
No, I see.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. So I am going to swim.
Okay, yeah, it's half movement, so you could do a full dash, like in the water.
Oh, it's half movement. Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, let me get swim rules up just to confirm, because this could happen. Movement, climbing, swimming. I just want to make sure I'm doing it right, because that's what I believe swim is.
Also, keep in mind he's right next to almost all of you.
Yeah, that's
all
the
of
other
you.
thing. Climbing, swimming. Well, climbing or swimming each foot costs 1 extra movement. The GM's option, climbing slippery. So yeah, it's just an extra. It's you're in difficult terrain, and he is right next to everyone, so he could take an opportunity attack. He's in the water.
Right. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm not going to give him an opportunity attack.
Okay. Just to note, Valthine, any melee range spells underwater, I believe, are at half of their normal. Actually, a quarter of their normal. It should be. There's some penalties to shooting an arrow underwater.
I can mend myself. I don't know. That's about it. That's all I have spell wise. Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. You could fight. You could physically fight. You could pull out a weapon and try to fight in here.
Nope.
Jacob, is there any chance you could, after your turn, look up any combat, like water combat? I'm wondering if there's disadvantages for normal stuff. All right, are we just checking out spells? Are we casting?
No, I'm casting that.
Okay, Thunder Wave. You're putting it in the water at him.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you can avoid getting the boat and get just him. Excellent. He needs to make. Oh, this is sweet. Is it literally? It's thunder, so it's this huge boom under the water. Like, I think like a bubble of water pulls up. So he has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Like a depth charge.
Constitution saving throw for him is a 10. That fails. So go ahead and roll your thunder damage, and it does push him away. That's awesome.
Nice.
Right. There's something I can press on.
2d8. You can just slash roll 2d8. Yeah.
That's what I'll do.
That's so cool because other people can run. That's so sweet. Boom.
Why? Why?
Dude.
Every damage dice. Every damage dice.
Listen, guys. I am not here for damage. I am here to help and here to support.
Boom! That bubble of water shoots out, and you see him pushed back and sort of wreathed up, and he's visible on the surface. But yeah, he's just instantly pushed back by the spell. That's awesome. Valoria, do you want to use your movement? Half movement.
Get wrecked, bitch!
Run! Swim for the shore! It's War's turn.
You can't double move him.
Wait.
On and get to his shore.
If he got moved outside of our thing, did I get an opportunity attack?
He was moved against his will. So you don't. The only time you can, I believe, is when he is like if he has a spell that makes him run. Because that's considered a choice. Like if he had I believe a Crown of Madness or something on him, or I forget what the spell is, but if he's actually pushed by a spell, it doesn't do that.
Okay.
Pushing doesn't do it, but if it says that he uses a reaction to do something, like with Dissonant Whispers, there is.
Yeah, then there is.
When War is angry, nothing is outside his attack range.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's a ways away.
Yes, Kyle, thank you.
I'm gonna say that the boat moves on your turn, War. Just because I need to mark it, I don't have it marked on here. The boat will move on your turn naturally.
Okay.
Are you trying to continue navigating the boat, or are you doing something else? If you navigate the boat, I can move it, but if not, it's just gonna go back one, and then you're gonna do.
I think I'm gonna try to navigate the boat over towards the shore.
Okay, yeah, make a navigation.
So
check
off
real
that
quick.
way.
Let's get that.
Survival.
Wisdom. Survival.
Poop.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll say the DC is only 10, but you're unable to do so. So you spend your action still trying to control the boat, and it continues just to drift backwards. Anything else that you'd like to do, War? The boat is not going well for you right now. It's just the fact that the croc is in the water. Becoming difficult.
I don't want to leave the boat at the same time because I don't want to lose the boat.
No. I would imagine you guys would not want to lose the boat. You might have to be responsible for the boat. Boat fights are not. That's the one. That's going to be the one thing. Boat fights are going to be a little rough.
Okay, so I guess I'm going to stay in the boat.
All right, you stay in the boat. You're trying to navigate it, trying to keep it nearby. Somebody's got to do it, or you'll lose the boat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to lose the fucking boat.
I plan on staying in the boat.
It's Asteria's turn.
I guess I will do the Warlock thing.
Eldritch Blast. You go to fire, and it just cascades across the water, across its hide, unable to connect with the creature. And anything else that you'd like to do? Do you want to move around on the boat? You get to the other side and balance it out. Because it's one of those situations where the boat's like rocking back and forth.
I guess I will move forward in the boat to try and make it less.
To steady it? Sure, that sounds good. Yeah. If you do that, I think I'll give War advantage on his next navigation check. You steady out the boat because it's rocking. Iku's turn. Yeah, she's in the water. And she sees Valfine and Valoria swimming. This is not great. for her. I think she will. Let me see. Ugh, she only has a few of those, but I think she's gonna waste them. She's gonna go all out. She's gonna keep casting her spell, her big damage spell, in its direction, as I'm sure you guys would appreciate. So she just lets more light fly from her fingertips for her guiding bolt, which misses, glances off the side of this creature, this colossal creature, and she is going to. So being in the water naturally moves you. So Valoria, you would actually be then there at the end of your movement. You just go up 5. So Iku will go up 5, but she's staying near the boat. She doesn't want to get too far away, so she's going to hold her ground there. It's Valfine's turn. Valfine, what would you like to do?
Oh, the only thing I have at range is a bow.
Yeah, you could spend an action to try to climb back. Actually, you have. You know what? Because your cunning action has a dash action to it, and it counts for movement. I would say you could use your cunning action to climb back in this boat.
I mean,
action. I want to give that to you because there's literally an ability to use a dash action, which is directly to movement. So I think that can apply here.
So I can apply bonus first, or
you could bonus action jump back on the boat. Yeah.
That's the underwater combat stuff. Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
The other option is you are within 30 feet of the shore, so you could
swim for the shore.
Yeah,
you could swim for the shore using your bonus action too.
I could swim.
And then still have your full action.
It's halved in the water, though, isn't it? She doesn't have swimming proficiency or anything.
Yeah, it's halved in the water, so you'd have to use your action.
I'd have to use it just to make it to the shore.
You could use your movement. So here's the thing: because you have a cunning action, your bonus action can be a dash. So you could use your movement to move 15 feet, which would put you here. Mm-hmm. And then, but actually at the beginning of your turn, because you're in water, you move up 1. You can move 15 feet, and then you can bonus action dash and get to the shore, and then fire your arrow. If you wanted to get to the shore, you could do that instead of climbing on the boat.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Why don't we do that? I think I'll move to the shore, and that's I'll use dash to do that. So what is that? 15 movement.
Yep.
And then
you can get to the shore anywhere within 30 feet here.
Anywhere within 30.
Yep. So yeah, go ahead and put your token here. Valoria, you see Valfine just rushing past you in the water. And you have an action still, so you could fire at this boyo.
Yep, gonna knock another arrow. We'll go for it.
Yeah.
Bless still good, or is that's just 10 minutes, right? She doesn't need to concentrate for it? Or?
She is concentrating, but she hasn't been hurt yet, so.
Gotcha. Okay.
She's holding on to it.
And then are we still...
What's up?
At advantage because of radiant?
No, that's for the next attack, so no longer.
Okay.
So just a normal attack. Oh yeah, you fire, and you're just unable to
roll
strike
your
at
D6.
Too many of your friends in the way. Oh, your D4.
Oh yeah, roll your D4.
Yeah, roll /roll D4. Actually, don't, because if you get a 4, it still won't hit.
It's not gonna hit anyway.
It's not gonna hit anyway. Yeah, I don't want to have you get a 4 and then be like doesn't hit, because then you'll be mad at me. So yeah, you fire the arrow. It's unable to connect. It's Croc's turn. He sees some are in the water. He's going to move up here. He goes under the water and pours right up next to Valoria and Iku, and he's going to commit multi-attacks to both you guys. So he's got 2. So he makes 1 with bite, 1 with tail. He's going to bite for Iku. He's going to tail at Valoria. So this is the bite. Okay, yeah, the target's grappled, so she's immediately grappled. So I'm gonna put her in a. Let me see, what's a grapple? There we go. She's immediately grappled. She takes 26 piercing damage. Ooh, 26 piercing damage, and you hear her call out, "Ah!" as she's literally like brought up by this creature just rips into her and has her in its maw, and it's just kind of tossing around. As it tosses, it goes for the tail attack on Valoria. The tail comes up and comes down into the water.
I'm dead.
19 to hit. Valoria is struck and takes 15 bludgeoning damage. And is unconscious from the tail whip.
Bye.
Valoria, go ahead and put yourself down to 0. That's not looking so goody. That was its turn. It is a swim speed, so it doesn't move. Valoria floats 5 feet. Her corpse floats 5 feet. Not corpse. Not yet. Body floats 5 feet up, and Valoria make a death saving throw.
Come on, Kyle. Come on. You can do it. Shit.
That was a D10.
No, that's a D10. That's
Hit.
a D10.
Oh,
You gotta roll a D20. I was like,
You
no.
can just
I was
click
like,
on
no way.
you can just click on death save.
I was like, please no.
Oh, you can just click on death save in your character sheet.
Oh no!
Hey, are we
going
sure
on?
this
What is
game
this?
is working?
He's literally only rolled
Roll
once.
a D20 again. Roll a D20 again. Just roll a D20 again. I just want to see what it is. This isn't a roll. I just want to see if something's wrong.
Yeah, because
With
you
your-
have rolled. You're only rolling one.
time.
Okay.
Hang on a minute.
Roll
Hang
again.
on a minute.
Roll again. Keep rolling. What's
Okay.
going on?
There we
Oh,
go.
What the hell?
Are you just like terribly? Oh my god!
That was just. It looks like it's just terrible luck.
And it looks like it's just the worst luck.
All
All right, go ahead.
I
Mark.
already have a failure from the other night, so I'll just keep that checked.
What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, you take 2 death saving fails. And it's War. War, it's your turn.
Am I within range to hit it?
Yeah, you
Okay. I'm gonna
are.
rage.
Well, you can move up on the boat because the boat moves back on yours, so you can walk up on the boat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Seeing people getting fucked up.
Yeah, Valoria got struck by that huge tail like a freaking tree coming down on her.
So, Ward picks up his stuff, starts running forward on the boat, and then just kind of leans over the side and starts hacking into the water.
Alright.
He's going to rage, and then... Okay, so that should be set up there. And attack with battle axe.
That hits.
Alrighty.
Go ahead and give me the damage. Nice.
So that's
9
11.
plus 2,
Yep.
so 11 points of damage.
Yep.
Excellent. That bloodies the creature, so it is under half HP. Yeah, that hurts it for sure. Yeah, you cut into it, burying your axe under the hide, under the thick hide. It's Asteria's turn. Asteria, you have a friend who is currently dead in the water. Well, down in the water, unconscious in the water.
Okay, I guess I cast Healing Light as my bonus action.
Okay, go ahead and roll the d6. Alright, Valoria, you get 2 HP.
I'm alive, but I don't get to do anything, and then it's gonna hit me again.
Give yourself 2 HP.
I did.
Good, you're back.
Does that reset death saving throws?
Yes,
Yes.
it does. It brings
Oh,
you back.
okay.
That's
Okay.
your bonus action. Asteria, what's your main action?
Another Eldritch Blast, because that's
Okay.
low level warlock.
All right.
And
that
I miss.
That unfortunately does not hit the nat ones this episode. Damn. It soars. You just shoot into the water. The thing is writhing too much. Iku is in its clutches. She is not going to spend. She sees Valoria and how messed up she is. Iku's in the jaws, just like, but still like doing okay, like trying to like fight against it. And she's in there, and you can see like blood pouring out. She just looks. Oh wait, can she? Shit. Does she have range? Like, I know Healing Word's a touch spell, isn't it?
Healing Word? No, that one is within.
No, Cure Wounds is a touch spell, isn't
Cure Wounds is
Cure
touch.
Wounds is a touch spell.
it? Yeah,
Healing
she
Word
wants
is
to so bad.
Don't even try. I'll just get one shot anyway.
I'll just get one shot anyway. Oh my god. She's going to... Man. let's see here. What does this do? Does this have a range? It does. She'll use a bonus action. She's going to cast Sanctuary on you, Valoria. She's warding you. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets you with an attack or harmful spell will first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, such as explosions. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell that affects the enemy creature, the spell ends. So she can bonus action cast Sanctuary on you, and she's going to use her staff to try to beat down on this guy. So she's got it in hand. She's not going to try to break it. She's just going to try to beat down on this thing's head. So she'll make a spiritual weapon attack here. Oh wait, no, she can't do that. She'll go with her mace. Mace. All right, that unfortunately does not hit. She's just trying to beat on it. Valoria has been given a buff. I'll give her a little mark there. She's warded. Valfine, it's your turn.
How long is a silk rope?
Silk rope's 50 feet.
Valfine's gonna move to the edge of the water,
Okay.
and I'm going to attempt to lasso Valoria.
Okay. That's I'll say that's your action to make lasso and throw it. You know, like you're using your cunning action. You're using your whole turn pretty much to try to lasso her. It's gonna be a dexterity. It's gonna be I would say athletics. No, I would say just give me a dexterity saving throw. Is what I would ask for with this. Okay, Valoria, make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
What'd you get? 15. Make it at advantage. All right, 18. All right, you want to pull her in?
Yes.
Okay. Put yourself anywhere around Valfine.
Yay.
All right, you see Valfine just throw this rope, grab it, and just pulls Valoria in out of the water as fast as you can. You got her. You're a bit tired, but you are out of the range of this creature. But that's okay. It's all about it wants Iku right now, and it's probably gonna use its tail attack to fuck up some other stuff. It's going for Warren Iku. So Iku is grapple. Target is restrained, so she's restrained. That's rough. Until the grapple ends, the target's restrained, and the crocodile can't. What does restrained do? Creature speed becomes 0. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Okay, yeah. And the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Cool. It's going to continue biting her. There's advantage on this attack. Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She is screaming out from that. Like she lets out some pretty painful. She's bloody. This thing is literally just crunching into her. You guys can hear her bones begin to crack, and it's going to make a tail whip towards War. 14 to hit.
Nope.
It just soars over the top of the boat and just barely missing Asteria too, and it's just whipping around in the water. It has a piece of prey. It's got no reason to move. It's not going to go after a runner. It's going to try to chow down. It is Valoria's turn.
Okay.
Yeah, your shoulders messed up. That tail came down on you like a hefty weight, just sunk you into the water.
God.
Yeah, you gotta be choking up some water here. You just climbed out of the water. You got fucked up in there. That was not good.
I'm gonna do literally the only thing I can do. Cast at what level? Just cast it. There we go.
Alright, go ahead and roll 1d8.
Can't wait.
Or roll to attack first. Yeah, usually it's supposed to be. It's coming up as a spell card rather than something.
Alright, I was clicking wrong. Cool. Oh, I rolled it.
That does hit.
Alright. Then I get to click that.
Nice. It's not
wait,
the second one.
Not
Why
for the
is
second
it +7?
because it cast at a higher level.
No, it did the advantage thing because the advantage roll was natural 20, so it rolled the
advantage.
extra.
That's part of it was a crit. 8 points of frost damage. Nice. And it is slowed as the ice just travels all the way across its body, and it just like rises up from that attack. And anything else you like to do, Valoria? Movement or anything? You stay this close on the...
No. She's going to cough up some water and give Valfine a side glance and sputter, "Thank you." Sorry.
Alright. How much we moving? Just 20?
Just 20.
Okay, 20 feet back. It's War's turn.
War's gonna say, "Iku!" and then starts with it. I did with advantage because reckless attack.
Reckless,
so,
you're doing reckless, so he gets advantage on you. Alright,
Yep.
go ahead and roll the damage for that sucker.
Yeah.
11 piercing plus 2?
Yep, 13, for the rage damage.
Yeah, you cut into it. It's not happy about that. Like, you are fucking it up. I think it might not keep Iku for long. Asteria, what would you like to do?
I think I'm gonna realize we need to do more damage to this thing, so I'm gonna switch spell.
What do you want for reckless to be the symbol?
Just go ahead and pick something that you think is appropriate. I would say...
I don't know why I double-clicked there.
Alright, so Guiding Bolt for...
I missed. I don't know why I double-clicked like that.
Fortunately, it just cascades that it seems like this divine magic hasn't been working on him after that first initial strike from you and Iku, Asteria, and it just glances off of him, unable to affect your spell. I think it's also just having to do with aiming in this boat, standing up, like it's not solid ground. This thing's riding around with Iku's in its mouth.
Oh yeah, the boat would have moved.
That might also be an issue. Anything where you want to move, you can move past War if you want. You can try to...
Oh yeah, I moved it back to the boat.
Just know that if you move this far, you'll get opportunity attack. So, because he got range. Nice. Dustin joins us.
What's his?
Excellent.
If he has long range, if I don't get an opportunity attack, even move the attack.
No, he has no. Oh yeah, you could go one more. You could go one more, and that wouldn't provoke opportunity attack. Nice. It's Iku's turn, and yeah, she's not looking so good. I want to know like what her options are here. She might be forced to have to do some stuff. Yeah, she could try to wrestle her way out of this. Let me see something here. Oh, okay. All right. I think, shit. I'm trying to think of the situation for her here. Okay. Yeah, because this is dire. Like, she's in here. All right. Anybody who's watching Iku being chowed down on this guy, you'll see her go like almost like further into the mouth. Like you can't completely see her. Like she looks as though she's being like devoured. And the thing is just chomping down on her, and you see her like she's completely in this thing's mouth, but the mouth closes on her. It's like she's like holding up, it closes on her, and then in the next moment you see something snake out of his mouth, and it looks a little bit weird. You see something snake out of this thing's mouth, and literally just like it's flying. Looks like a snake with wings, and it's just like slithers out of the jaw and flies. It moves over here. And that is Valfine's turn. Valfine.
Her mouth gapes open for a second as she sees.
Yeah, you see like this thing, just this. It's a small sort of snake-like creature, and it just makes its way out of the mouth.
Yeah, she kind of catches herself gawking for a moment, and we're gonna go for another shot because we don't want to lose the boat.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Right,
Oh yeah,
so
on War's turn, I forgot. Boat.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Yeah, cool. You got it.
Are we still? Is she still concentrating on blessing there?
Oh man, she should have been rolling. She got hit pretty hard twice. What with a 27?
4
And so
It's a 13 and a 14.
She needed to make 2 con saves. Yeah, she got her first initial attack was 27 with the bite. What was the last bite do? It did 26. So she needs to make I believe it's a 16 and isn't it 10? If it goes over 20, isn't it 10 plus whatever?
I think it's half.
It's 10
So
or
it goes
half
over
damage,
20,
whatever's higher, right?
Oh, half damage, yeah. So okay, so then what's the 2 halves? 26 and 27. It'd both be 13.
Yeah.
Cool. So she needs to make 2 of those. And just what am I grabbing here? Come on now. All right. So I won't be able to answer any messages right now, Dustin. So we'll have to talk about it during the break because we're going to come up on a break after this.
Oh, okay.
She needs to make those saves. Let's get them. First number. All right, she does fail. So no bless. The bless is over.
All right.
How fucked up does this thing look?
It's messed up. This thing is messed up. It's writhing. It's mad.
Okay, she's gonna spin the arrow, knock it, and then go for it.
All right, make the attack. Get these short bow attacks. Man.
Fuck,
All
man.
right, it misses. You're unable. I think you are hitting it. It's just like pelting into its hide and not piercing.
I'm gonna be out of arrows before we're out of here.
No, yeah. Mark your arrow. What do you want to move? Do you stay where you are? You have a bow. You have your bonus action, but you can only use that to hide. You could hide. You could move and hide.
I don't think that would help much
I mean,
at the
it would
moment.
help you. It would help you to try to get sneak attacks. I mean, you're already able to get sneak attacks because your friends are nearby.
Yeah, I guess we'll hide then.
All right, cool. Do you want? You have to move to a place you can hide. So you could go
How
into.
far do I need to go?
30
Okay.
feet. Yeah, so you can get into these bushes if you want.
Okay, yep, she's gonna duck over here.
All right,
Mhm.
cool. Make
Right
a
here?
stealth. Yeah, make a stealth check.
Okay.
Wherever you want there. Elsa doesn't go further than this. All right, 19. Yes, you are thoroughly hidden in the inside of the jungle area there. Absolutely, it is. It's this thing's turn. I'm just gonna make a quick roll for it before it makes any further actions. Okay. I think it will. It will I think it will. No. It's gonna stay. All right. This thing is going to move here, and it's going to take some attacks at the bow. It's gonna try to bite at War because that thing's been what's hurting him. So he's gonna go for a bite attack.
He's got advantage.
He's
'Cause
got
I had
advantage.
reckless attack.
22.
Yep, that hits.
17 piercing damage halved.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go for a tail attack on the boat.
Oh,
I just
How
really
much
disappointed.
how much HP does that boat have?
Does your boat have? I'm trying to think if there's a legit roll. I gave it 20 HP last time, which I think is what it is. Is there, Jacob, is there an HP for boats?
I can look it up.
Canoe? That would be sweet if you could do that. I don't know, like, it's an object. It might just be up to me. I figured 20 HP was good, but... I mean, you guys have, some of you have 20 HP, so I'd like to see that. How much HP this boat has.
Nothing is less durable than the boat.
Because he's making an attack on it.
We both are.
It's otherwise identical to a rowboat.
Let's rowboat.
So if I go to rowboat, speed, crew, passenger, AC is 11, and
Yep.
HP is 50.
Nice.
50. Okay.
50. Technically, the boat shouldn't have entirely shattered last time. We know now. 11. Yeah, cool. I have an HP for the boat. Actually, let's make sure you guys can see it. That would be sweet. Let's make sure you can see the HP of said boat.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, so it's 11 to hit. He's going with a tail attack on the boat. Oh yeah, boat takes 13 points of damage. Boat's getting beat up. Nice. I'm happy. I'm happy we're keeping track of boat level. Let's just mend that back to normal. All right, that'll be great. All right, so giant crocodile fucks up the boat. Has war grapple. If you have a little grapple thing you want to mark for, you are grappled automatically.
Oh, he did a bite on me. Okay.
Yep, DC 16 saving throw. Or DC 16 to escape. Valoria, it's your turn. This thing has war. It's just sort of smashed its tail into the boat. It's like trying to sink the boat. It's like trying to get all up on it, trying to mess up war. What would you like to do?
All right, this is what I'm going to do. It's going to be a game changer.
Yeah.
I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
Alright. Ray of Frost. It's unable to connect with the crocodile.
All right.
Like you're just like pouring this frost on from the shore. Some of it's able to deal damage, some of it's not. War, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Melfian watches the fizzle and looks at Valoria and goes, "It's okay. I just pulled you out of the water."
So being restrained is
Being
what?
restrained just means that
Do I have
disadvantage?
It has advantage. Do I have disadvantage?
The creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, so you could even them out with a reckless attack.
Okay, so I will do a reckless attack.
So it's a normal attack then.
Yep.
Against this creature.
Come on, War. Come on.
Oh no.
Fortunately, that is unable to connect. You are just in its grasp. You're trying to hit at it, and you just can't get a good swing in. Asteria.
Somebody's about to turn into a tomato.
Okay. To switch to something DC roll instead of attack rolls, because that seems to be better.
So I'm not sure if I'm correct, but I think when you are doing any kind of ranged ability, when you're right next to them, but you can move back because you won't provoke its attack of opportunity. But I think if you're right in front of something, it's a disadvantage on ranged.
Well, it's a DC one anyways.
Okay, yeah, so what's this? Ooh, Sacred Flame. All right, yeah, you go to cast Sacred Flame on it. The flames, I think it's just the water splashing around. They're unable to catch. You're unable to effectively do any damage to this crocodile while you watch your friend War struggle in its maw.
Why is it rolled at DC? Did it roll at disadvantage?
Why did it roll? Did it roll at all? Oh, it has to make a DC saving throw. I'm so sorry, Alex.
Yeah.
I thought this was your roll. One sec. I'm getting a whisper from Dustin.
Oh,
No, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. Let me talk to you mid-break. If you wanna jump in, then roll.
Should I?
Then roll. Yeah, because it should just happen, and then you have to illustrate it. Absolutely. So yeah, you're in the mod. If you want to roll now. You're gonna roll.
Okay, I don't know how to spawn my token.
So just actually roll initiative on your sheet, and I'll plug you in.
Okay.
Actually,
Oh man, he's gonna show up right when it dies of leech XP. Fuck this new guy.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
Our
Hopefully
sweet
6 damage is enough to kill it.
I have to make the saving throw for it.
Yeah.
Let me just
At disadvantage.
Okay. At disadvantage. Why is that?
Because it's hex.
Oh, the deck's nice. All right, so 8.13. That'll put you right above. So that'll put you next, actually. Okay. So we will. I just gotta put you on here. Okay.
All right, team. Whatever you do not let him hit the crocodile.
We need the XP.
I'm gonna Ray of Frost him so he can't get there.
No, this is our XP.
Frost doesn't.
So he needs to make a saving throw. He needs to make a saving throw. It is Dex at disadvantage. 4. He fails.
Nice.
So that is 6 points of radiant fire. It surrounds him and burns at him. You can hear the creature. Like just sort of make the horrible sound in response to that, and it's still alive. It's still there, but it's burning right now, and it's just trying to chomp down at War. It might just throw him next turn, just go after you. Like, he doesn't want to be hurt by anything. Dustin, what does where does your character show up?
All right, so you guys are fighting. This is huge. You know, I don't know where Eku is, but War is being swallowed by this thing. And basically, you guys see what essentially is just a white velociraptor come out of nowhere and jump on its back, and it's going to perform a multi-attack.
Okay, so to do that is a couple of things. Where are you coming from? So you could fail at doing this. This isn't an automatic thing. So you could do this. Where are you coming from? Give me an arrow.
Let me think. I was going to say maybe like the jungle?
Where in the map? Do you see the map?
Oh yeah, okay. That's okay.
Show me on the map. We're putting you as a token.
Maybe like right here.
Okay. Right there.
Well, I ideally want to be here.
All right. So jumping rules actually come into play.
Oh, they
You
do.
want to jump. I love it, but they do come into play. Yeah, I won't automatically see this. You're asking to do something that is a rule. Movement jumping. So you go for a long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover your feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on a foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, so yeah, you can go.
Well, the raptor has a pounce.
What's the pounce say?
If it moves at least 20 feet straight forward, a creature, and then hits it with a claw attack, it can make a...
So that's you moving and pouncing. The pounce is like a thing that's right next to it. You have to understand this thing's in the middle of the water. I love what you're trying to do. I want it to be able to happen. And I think I can put you next to it, but not quite on top of it.
That's fine.
What's your creature's strength score?
15.
15. So yeah, it could make it and be right here, and you should have access to. You see your wild shapes?
Yeah. I have my.
Put the thing there. Put the token there. You can click and drag it. I have to make sure that this is the one, that this is the token that you'll always pull. So just give me 1 second. I just gotta click it. Remove this old token because I had to make a copy of this creature because it already exists in the adventure. That's the thing. Use select token. Okay, cool. And yeah, you can use your pounce ability.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go to the little. I'm assuming I can just click on it.
Yeah, you can shift double click and you should have his character sheet.
Yep. So I'm gonna do the bite action. 6 to hit.
Yeah, go ahead and click it. All right. That unfortunately does not strike. You don't get advantage or anything, do you? You have pack tactics or anything?
Nope.
Nope. All right, yeah. So you guys see just sort of bursting out past Belfine, past Alexandria, jumping its way across the water, and it just leaps onto the back of this giant crocodile and tries to like dig its maw into its hide. It doesn't look as though it's able to break through, but it's on the back of this giant crocodile. All right. That is Iku's turn. All right.
I looked at Valfine. See, this is what I was afraid of. With being online, something else would attack us. I'm surprised that didn't.
Well, it's a good thing we're hitting over here.
Yes, exactly. The crocodile pick that up.
It's got multi attack. It just says it makes 3 attacks: 1 with its bite and 2 with its claws.
And the pounce, the pounce has its own ability.
Yeah, the pounce has its own ability.
So you used pounce, right? So that consumed his whole action.
20 feet of the creature and its claw attack, same turn. Oh, it's gotta succeed a DC strength 12 strength check.
It's if you move and you hit it with a claw attack, so it's gonna be
on the same turn. So you have to be able to hit it.
So he still could use his action to do the multi-attack thing, if that's a thing. But yeah.
Yeah, so
And
that
then if
is
you
a
hit-
full thing. Pounce is an ability because
Okay,
if it does go down, you get another thing.
Okay.
So pounce is an ability.
Okay.
So yeah, you're on the back of this creature. You're like hanging on, and it's maw like half in the water, half out. Iku, you see Iku. Anybody who would notice, she forms on this side of the river, and she's going to spend, I think, her last spell there to cast her last guiding bolt. I'm going to send that over in his direction. just with her staff forward. That will be one of these. What'd she get? All right, she hits. You see that radiant damage blast across this creature, and it just sort of rip under the scales. Pieces of its underbelly are falling apart. It is being burned and seared and messed up. This thing's on its last legs for sure. Valfine.
Take it out.
Well, my rolls haven't been so good.
If you hit its sneak attack.
Oh, trust me, mine haven't been either. I've rolled 5 once in a
Now, do you
row.
want to fire the giant crocodile or the raptor in the back?
No, let's go for the crocodiles. Take
Okay.
down the big fucker that's messing up the boat first.
Right.
So, actually, I've never... How does a sneak attack work? Do I just roll attack with a
So
bonus, or do I...
No, right now, just roll the attack, and I'll help you out for the next one.
Okay, so she's going to kind of peek out from one of the leaves and
Yep.
draw the bow.
All right, let's see how the roll goes.
See?
That's the exact same roll.
All right.
This
Again.
thing's broken!
It's not broken. It's not
It's broken.
I'm talking about the bow!
The bow is broken. The bow. It's
You
not
have rolled
working.
8 3 times.
It's rough. It's rough.
It's straight through his ape every time!
The
Unable to
repetitions
connect. All
tonight.
right. This thing is going to use its use its bite to toss War. So War, you're getting thrown. Make a strength saving throw.
I think. Do I get advantage on this? Strength checks and saving
yeah,
throws.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Advantage. No bless. Okay.
Okay, advantage 22. Put yourself anywhere right next to him. Well, if you want to be thrown, you can be thrown far away, or you can put yourself right next to him. He was trying to hurl you, so you can put yourself somewhere. He was hurling you towards the water, so anywhere not on the boat.
Let's go here.
Yeah, this is you, like, kind of like as he tries to hurl you, you grab onto one of his
The
massive
teeth.
and swing around and splash into the water next to him. He's gonna make a tail attack at this raptor on his back, try to get him the hell off of him. So he'll go for a tail attack.
Wait, that was a bite, right? I don't think
that
you
was
rolled
a
the
bite.
actual attack.
No, he spent the attack to toss.
Okay,
You.
okay.
So he's going for the tail attack on Brolin. Oh wow!
That's
I think he goes to swing at you. He's unable to do so, and you were able to climb up right on the back of him, to do, like as well because he got a natural 1. I'll give you an opportunity attack here. If you want to spend your reaction.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend my reaction. I'm gonna do a claw attack.
Okay, go for it.
If I can actually get to the character sheet again. Claw.
Okay, claw. You claw at it. You rip into its back. This thing writhes around. It somehow is still alive. You are digging in past the scales into the flesh. Blood is splurting out, and it is just whipping around in a frenzy. Somehow, barely still alive. Valoria.
Maybe
Put it
I
out
have
of
a
its-
better look than me with my bow?
Put him out of his misery.
Valoria.
We're doing it. We're doing it. It's gonna die.
Damn,
Right.
Ray Frost, right? Let's do it.
It's gonna die, right, guys? Okay. I have a really bad idea. Okay.
Oh no. He's checking the 30s.
He's stuck in the 30s. Cannot go in the water.
I can jump 10 feet. No, 8. Yeah, I can long jump 8 feet.
8
What are you
feet.
doing? I'm
So
going
I
out
would
there.
say, I would say in D&D we always round down. So if you can only go 8 feet, it's 5.
Okay, so and then I have half movement here, so that'll put me there.
All right.
There.
So yeah,
Are
you're
you
moving
gonna
here.
thunder
so
wave
18
this thing to
feet.
dead?
I'm gonna thunder wave it.
All right. You make your way into the water. You jump
What are you
in.
doing?
As I'm jumping into the water, I'm gonna strike a pose.
All right. The water kicks up from the shore and blasts forward. it doesn't matter if he fails or succeeds. He will die, but there is another creature in that area.
Perfect.
So, I would like your character Dustin to make a dexterity saving throw, and Alexandria, I'd like you to, you're getting thrown 10 feet back. You get thrown into the boat, and you take 5 points of damage. Go ahead and mark 5 points on that token. And you get tossed into the boat. The blast strikes the giant crocodile with just the very sound of it, the thunder, and you watch as it looks as though a part of its bone structure is just shattered inside, and it just falls back on the boat, kicking it up. It stays afloat but pushes back, and its belly comes up to crest in the water. This massive dead creature has been defeated by the party.
War's grabbing it by the tail and starting to... Or wait, there's still a raptor.
We are still in initiative because there's still an unknown creature. Valoria's turn is spent. War, what do you do? There's a raptor in the boat. What does he look like right now, bro? You don't have an action, but what does he look like after you got tossed into the boat?
He's a big white, purpley, scaly raptor. He's all scarred up. Mm-hmm. And he's not looking too hot. He's looking at Asteria. He's just kind of blinking. And he's looking around, and he probably sees Enku. Okay.
Yeah, she's panting, watching over the scene. She's got some height on it, and she's looking down, and she sees you and is panicked right now. She looks, Asteria, get out of the boat! So that is War. What do you want to do? It's your turn.
So seeing this, War's gonna move 5, 10, 15, right? Because it's double?
Yeah, that's yep. Where were you at?
Huh?
Where were you at?
I was
exactly?
right here.
Oh, yeah. So
yeah,
you can move more. You can go there.
You could.
5, 10. You can use an action to get on the boat.
Can I have an idea really quick, just to throw it out there?
Sure.
That's a large crocodile that's floating in the water. You can totally climb on top of the crocodile and jump into the boat.
Good. It's your action to climb.
Yeah, so it's not going to matter all that much.
It's cool, going to have to climb either way. Yeah.
It's cool. I like the flavor. It's getting in the boat one way or another. The cool way or the normal way?
He's going to go the normal way to put himself in between this raptor and Asteria.
Yeah, you put yourself in between. Use your action to get up, and you put yourself up between. I love that. You got your shield.
Yep. Unless, let's see. No, I lose rage if I don't get attacked at the end of the turn, right?
Yeah.
Or at the end of the round.
At the end of the round, yeah.
So I still have it now. Okay.
Okay, cool. Asteria, it's your turn.
Well, when the crocodile dies, my hex transfers to the next threat.
Okay. Roland, you feel magic pour over onto you. You know that you've been marked somehow. Excellent.
I Eldritch Blast him.
All right,
because there's a raptor.
There's a raptor in the boat.
Can we all look at Dustin's icon for a minute and just realize?
All right, a 12 to hit will unfortunately miss. Brolin, you duck out of the way as the spell soars past you. It's your turn, Brolin. What do you want to do?
So how do I? Okay, I got to remove this. I'm turning back. Back.
Yeah, you want to turn back. That's perfectly fine. Let me hop you up here.
There's two!
You got yourself in there. All right, yeah, you use, what is that, a bonus action?
Yeah. Well, I got...
Right. So what happens? What does that look like?
So almost like, just a bunch of, almost like I guess, if you ever seen the movie Van Helsing with the guy with Hugh Jackman, kind of the skin kind of just sheds away. Sheds away, and as the raptor gets smaller and smaller until you see this little man standing on the boat. It's like, whoa, calm down there. Holy crap, calm down. Oh, I come in peace.
It's a feral little guy from the Bronx. Kill it.
Whoa there, Eku, what are you doing? This is how you treat your friends?
Make a charisma check really quick for me, Brolin. Make a charisma. Just make a persuasion check for me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This fucking voice.
Yeah, make a persuasion check. All right, Iku's next in the round, and I think this will end the combat.
He's a Joyzy.
She'll stop and look like she was freaking out about the raptor, readying a spell to strike at it, to take it off the boat. Watches the transformation, and her eyes just kind of widen, and she says, Brolin?
Yeah, it's me!
Says, what the hell are you doing here?
My brother, he told me to come find you guys.
And she says, War, get the boat, get the oar. And it's like moving back. She's like almost immediately ignoring you, Brolin. Just like, get the boat to shore.
I will help. I would assist. I will assist.
Well,
go to them.
He kind of isn't in the back of the boat, so it's super awkward. But he'll try.
Okay.
Yeah, Brolin would do that too.
All right.
If they feel like if he feels like the boat is handled by the other people on the boat, he's going to jump out to grab the alligator that's floating away.
Okay.
And drag it up on shore.
Oh man, make a strength check. Yeah, make a strength check.
Let me turn off the rage. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Oof. I think because of the water, like it's like a current that's sort of fighting against him. Is anyone helping him with this?
I can help him if I see that he's struggling with it.
You want to use your spell to like shape the water?
Use the water shape cantrip,
All right.
yeah.
Go ahead and roll with advantage. It's a DC 15. This thing's huge in the water. Unfortunately, I think it's just like the current is enough to take this thing away. It's a huge creature. It's too big. Like you try for it, and I think you quickly realize that you'd have to give up and let this thing float down, unless you wanted to go with it and wait for it to like crest up on shore.
Nah.
Down the river. You guys are able to you're able to get the canoe to the side of the river, and Iku will huck her staff over. Well, no, I don't think she can huck her staff over the river. I think she will just swim with her staff to the other side of the river. She's willing to do that. Unless you guys make you probably take the boat over to come get her, and then basically collect everybody. So everybody's together on shore in this moment, and I think Iku's just sort of catching her breath. The rest of you are catching your breath. This giant creature just sprang out of the water to attack you. The predators of Chult are aplenty, and Iku will put a hand on War's shoulder and say, "War, thank you." And she just says, "Thank you, everyone. Good job. We're alive." And she'll say, Brolin, and she'll go over and just and kind of like go over to you, kind of like a little angry. She says, "What are you doing following me?"
Listen, I can't help what my brother likes and what my brother doesn't like, okay?
Musharib sent you?
Yeah, of course he did. He's interested in these guys. I'm sorry for scaring all, like, you guys like the voice? I'm sorry for scaring.
That's good.
Here to say, is there no end to these Fireforge brothers? My God. He sent you here to follow me. Of course he did.
He was worried. I mean, these people are pretty interested, too. He thought I didn't mean to scare all of you. He kind of gestures to the party. He kind of gestures like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare all of you, but...
This is Brolin, brother to Musharib. I believe you met him before. He's from Port Ninesar.
We did meet him.
Oh, these dwarves. She just looks at you up and down, and she's kind of like half smiled. Like she's got like a little bit of a smile that you're here, but she wants to be irritated that you're following her. She's like, so when did Musharib start to lose confidence in my guidance skills?
I don't know. Maybe when he started looking for the soulmonger, maybe.
She says, how do you? And she's like, Musharib in that big mouth. Who else has he told? And she gets close to him.
As far as whoa there, as far as I'm concerned, he's only told me. He told me to come out and look for you. You know, watch your back.
Your brother's an idiot. That information could get him killed. And she looks at the rest of the party and she says, you said something of the soulmonger to him.
As we did to you, yes.
Says, I can't blame you. You were looking for a guide. Says, Musharib is... He tries to mean well, but he's a dunce, if anything. She looks and she says, Roland's not much better. And she just gives a little...
I love you too, sweetheart.
And she just says, well, I can't say that we would not need your skills. Unfortunately, our travels have taken one of our own already.
Oh, jeez, he had told me to look out for a turtle and a bird.
She said, the Red Wizards of Thay have made it this far north.
Really? Shut up, really?
Says,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, jeez. He actually looked very sad, like, hearing that one of you've lost a party, like, God, I'm sorry.
She sits down a little bit. She's taking a moment just to take a quick rest before getting back on the boat. Just like after being attacked, she takes a seat in the ground. And she just, she looks just absolutely, she's tired from that fight. She looks like something like she got messed up first of all, and like she looks like she's like had her her power taken from her for one reason or another.
Roland
seems very tired.
Roland is gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Ooh, at what level?
Level 1. Yeah, level 1.
Okay, cool.
Should we take a short rest?
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I heal her. I give her 70.
Okay.
There you go. She's do better. I'm sorry I didn't get here fast enough. I didn't realize you guys lost someone already. Red Wizards. What's a Red Wizard doing here?
It sounds like, Josh, it sounds like Valfine. Do you want Valfine to say something? I keep hearing you.
Valfine's kind of laughing at the accent.
Okay, yeah.
Just kind of, you hear her from shore as everybody's kind of getting their stuff together. She's kind of, not like all out laughter, but she's kind of chuckling underneath everything.
I think Iku notices you and she smiles. She says, dwarves do sound a bit funny.
Is the voice too grating for you guys?
No, it's good. Just do me a favor and say pizza rigatoni.
Pizza. Oh, pizza rigatoni.
Pizza rigatoni.
Yeah. Excellent.
I love it. So yeah, if you guys want to spend hit dice, this is your time to do that. Regain spells if you're a warlock, or any other short rest ability.
Oh, short rest? Yeah, I get my spell back.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long is your short rest?
Do you get short spells back on a short rest?
Actually,
you get
only warlocks.
Oh, I get my wild shape back. Actually.
Wild shape back.
Yeah.
And then if you're spending hit dice, go ahead and do it. You're at the HP that you were. Everybody has access. You don't need your tokens, I think. Everyone should have access to the actual character sheets and be able to play with that.
Oh, is it raining? Is it raining?
It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining. That's what we're
Hey-o.
for today.
I'm gonna cast. If it could help. Druidcraft.
What spells do you have prepared today? Okay, it's cantrip. Just what spells do you have prepared?
I have
today?
5 spells prepared. I got Cure Wounds.
You know what ones? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cure Wounds. So make sure you know.
Healing Word. I can have 5 spells prepared.
Any spells that you... Okay, 5 spells prepared. Yeah, make sure that you're, like, writing down your spell list in the chat so I always know. So if you can make a spell list, yeah, go and write it down. And then if it changes day by day, you can change it. So go ahead and write your spell list for me.
Yeah, but I cast. It says clear skies, which I'm not sure of. Like, can that change the weather?
Where is clear skies?
This might affect. Manifest as a golden orb for a clear
just allows
sky.
you to know what the weather is.
Oh.
A cloud for rain, falling snowflakes for snow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It just, you can see it visually.
I'll start a fire. I'll start a small little fire.
Okay. Did we need a 5-minute break, guys?
Yes, we could.
All right, let's do a 5-minute break.
Probably
Let's
a good
be
idea.
back at 10.